What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still recovering, bro. Last night was a doozy.
This 9:30 wake up call's tough.
Bruh. And if it wasn't for it being a Monday night game last night, we would not be in here at 9 o'clock this morning. But Tuesday happens to be my, oh man, I'm kind of stuck day because I don't have a lot of flexibility in the afternoons with some of the other shows.
Right.
But man, yes, I am still in recovery mode. As you can see, I just went up and I grabbed this because I felt like it was fit, you know?
What reason?
Well, number one, because we got the Stills in the forefront, right? Stills won last night. We need that. But we also need help from a couple of, with Jacksonville. Jacksonville around here somewhere, my little man, he was pointing out the Bills and the Cardinals. They won as well. You know how it is, man. You know how we go. Dad, are we in the playoffs? Yes, son, we are. We're about to get another team in, though, okay? So, we was having a little lesson this morning, but I felt like it was fit, all right? It was fit. And because it's Kid Cudi. He's always on the pursuit of happiness, and I'm very happy. So we're good, bro.
Kid Cudi rocks that shirt? Or that
no, this
jacket?
is actually his. He designed it for the draft.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cudi, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else did I want to say? No, I forget.
You're a celebrity?
No.
You're a celebrity?
Get out of here. No.
You're a rock star? Mr. TV man himself in the flesh?
No.
Excellent choice on the jersey, by the way. I'm glad you were not out there with a 6'9" on your chest.
Dawson.
That would have, or
couldn't have done the video.
Hodges. It would have not have been a good look, bro.
I couldn't have done the Monday Night Football intro.
They wouldn't have had you, bro. They wouldn't have had you.
I couldn't have pumped my chest.
Nah.
Ben Owens, Cleveland. It wouldn't have worked,
bro. That was pretty epic. It's pretty epic, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, they got some shots in the stadium too.
Bro, legendary.
Hey, how about the one though? How about the one? Did you see it? Where me and you, I'm standing next to the dude's sign.
Yeah, with the simulcast. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then you see he was next to it.
I did. Our future quarterback. I saw it.
Oh my!
You notice how my face was right in between, because I'm just. It was like, yes, we're good, guys.
You're trying to smooth things over.
I'm the buffer. You know what I mean? But I definitely saw that, man. Shoot, I didn't even realize at the end when Seven was doing his farewell walk through the stadium.
Yeah. I
mean, you were going down there.
Oh, you didn't see me?
No. I knew you went down. I didn't know the camera had caught all of us though. Yeah. I was looking.
Did they get that shot too?
Yeah, they got all of us.
Really?
Yeah, they got you jumping down there. I see me and wifey. Wifey got the camera up. I'm like, oh, that is us, huh? This is crazy.
You know what?
You the magnet to the camera, bro.
What's sad though? It could be a feel-good story. I got snubbed.
You did.
I got snubbed.
Tell the people what you got snubbed on, bro. Tell them. Because it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
It was the dap up, man. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, I could act like, you know what, I got dapped up, Ben's final home game. I'm on camera. Epic performance it would have been, right? I got snubbed. It is what it is.
So
it happens.
We did talk about this. So for those that need more context, at the end of the game, obviously, Ben's going around giving his high fives and saying his goodbye. So it's long and drawn out. After the game, we probably stood there 30, 40 minutes afterwards when all this is going on. Typically, when the game is over, everybody clears out the stadium. But because of the significance yesterday, a ton of people stayed. So Seven's going around dapping people at, obviously, Deke. He's hyped. So he's like, I'm about to go on there and get my dap.
Yeah, I was going to play it cool, too. I'm like,
I'm glad you didn't try to play it cool.
Yeah, because I was like, what?
You can see it in your face, bro. I'm not going to lie. You can see it in your face.
Of him, but I'm like, wait.
You can see it in your face, bro.
I'm not gonna play this cool. I mean, last game, who try to get a dap up? That would have been fun.
I'm glad that you went for it because I'm looking at you. I'm like, Deke, your face is like a kid. It's the amusement park. It's the candy store. It's the ice cream truck, and you over here like, no, I don't want any ice cream. No, I don't want to rather ride. No, you said toy. No, I would never want a toy. I'm like, Deke, bro, come on, man. I don't know if you saw the video of yourself. You almost ate it all the way down, though, bro. I was like, man.
Oh, I definitely almost ate it on the way up too. It was tough getting up those chairs.
But I see him going by, and we all me, wifey, and my mother-in-law. We thought you got the dap because the way you turned around.
Oh, it looks like it.
It looks like it, and you turned around. Even when we posted the video, it was like, oh, Deke got the dap.
Yeah, it looks like it in your vid.
And when you came back, it was like, bro, he missed me. It's like, what you mean he missed you? He missed me.
Yeah. It is what it is, man.
But the TV time was more important than the dap, though, bro. Because you're a legend now. Everybody's going to forever remember. When they play the footage of Seven's last game at Heinzville, they're always going to show you at the beginning. They're always going to show you at the end, bro. Just think about that, man. You're forever locked in. You and 7 are one now. Y'all have morphed. Okay, we talked about how at times y'all look alike. You know, when you get to growing your beard out, when you putting on a couple of the pounds and stuff like that, y'all get the real look. Y'all look real twinish. Okay, so now y'all can forever go down in Heinz history because he was balling out in terms of record breaking games, yardage, things like that. So yeah, man, you know, now y'all are one, and I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud to just say I knew you guys.
Yesterday might have been, what do you want to say? My Mona Lisa.
The highlight of your life?
Yeah. My best work ever. That might have been it. Left it out.
Some might say it's God's plan, bro.
Yeah, God's plan, God's message. It was kind of like destiny all from the start, I guess. There was a higher power guiding things.
Let's go. It was meant to be, bro. It was meant to be.
I'm just the messenger. Did you watch that vid?
I did.
I just hit all the points. I had to say everything I needed to say before this game. Because if I say it right now, it doesn't hit the same. I needed to say it before the game. I thought I was going to do it earlier in the week, a couple of days before. Nah, let's do it a couple hours before the game. I had to go on my rant. I really did leave it all out there, though, yesterday. You did, though. You
were passionate, man. That was your Super Bowl.
Literally left my wallet and my identity at the stadium.
No, like, literally. It is still there. If anyone sees Eric Cleveland just sitting around, please just give us a call.
I tried calling Heinz Field today. Don't have it yet. So I'm bummed out.
Oh, man.
I told you even, too. $110 charge at the bar. Definitely didn't spend that.
They was drinking the victory shots, man. It was on them brown shots, man.
Listen, it's fine. The shots are on me there. Just put my wallet back in the lost and found at least. Jeez. That's the worst of it, though. So no other charges. That's fine.
Hey, it's all good, man. It is all good. But with that being said, man, shout out to everybody that is here. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and we will get this shout out rolling, man. We see y'all in here, though, extra thick this morning. And, man, shout out to the homie Vincent Murray. I see him in the Supers. Good morning, my guys. Yo,
He's
you
always
are the
magnet
magnet for the camera, bro. Like, me and Deke, we're sitting in the stadium. We're just like, yo, every time they come back from break,
like 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes.
I'm like, yo, this is nuts. This is nuts. Yo, you got the juice, though, man. Yes, you do. But he says, good morning, my guys, with the fire emoji. He says, I got the farewell high five from 7.
Who did?
Hope all is well. Vincent Murray.
Oh, he did? Nice.
He got the high five, bro.
I'm happy he did.
I'm proud. At least somebody got the high five. Man.
Exactly.
If it makes you any better, I didn't get the high five yesterday either.
It's cool.
All right. I didn't want you to be like,
no, I'm happy for others. No, but like, I mean, you weren't going for it. It would have been tough for you unless you pulled the Jordan Space Jam stretch.
But Air 5, you know, I was like,
that's what you're going for.
I was going for the Air 5. So that's got to count, right?
Man, yeah, maybe you got snubbed a little bit because he didn't recognize you, right?
He should have looked up. Like,
yeah,
don't focus
like Joe
on,
Hayden did one time.
Right, don't focus on the thousands of people that are down at eye level. No, you should look up and ignore all these people cheering your name and shaking your hand and telling you that they love you. That's what you're supposed to do, 7. Everybody knows this. Yeah. Act like you've been here before, okay? Jeez.
Right.
So, yeah, I got snubbed too then, man. So, we good. All right.
So what are we doing? The check-ins?
Yeah. Do the check-ins first, and then we'll get back over here with the super. That's when the holla at Vince. Vincent just popped up on us. Yeah.
People are amped up.
Oh, man. Hey, we ain't never had them this fired up this early. But, you know, that's what happens when it's the farewell, man. When it's the last ride. When it's the, here we go. Thank you, 7. I like the tribute they did, though. I thought that was clean.
They didn't have a video.
No, it was just the picture. Just the picture with the hashtag thank you, 7. I thought that was clean.
Yeah, they let his family down through the tunnel too.
Yeah, that was a dope scene, man. That was a
Art
dope
Rooney
scene.
was down on the field.
Everybody, man. I mean, it's all the
media a little too close, huh?
No, you got to get that footage though.
Can you give him some space?
No,
like, he's
heck
just
no.
Chilling on the bench and he's surrounded.
Yeah,
by
that's how
people.
it's supposed to be. If you want to chill, you chill in the locker room. This is post game. Technically, that is media availability too. Technically, so yeah. I mean, I do like the fact that, you know, they were able to catch that moment, because it's going to be moments like that for him where he's going to be able to look back on this 20 years from now and see those pictures of him up close on the bench, see them pictures of when he's walking around. And without the media, you don't get to capture that all the way because you're experiencing it, you know? So I didn't have an issue with that. I was like, you know what, that's a good thing, because your kids are going to see this, man. Like, that's one of those moments that you want out there.
Nah, it was good all around, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the atmosphere was bumping, place was packed, and
Bro,
then
from start to finish,
how it finished too was awesome. Najee with the walk off, and then we also got the victory formation too.
That victory formation,
and then
fire.
the extra 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes afterward. Like, it was great, man. It was great.
No, I definitely would agree with that, man. I definitely would. All right, so let's get back to these check-ins. All righty. On my end, let's see. I will start right here. I got Emmett Kennedy tuning in from the 504. We the 504 boys. What? New Orleans in the house. Says, thank you, 7. Yes, indeed. Thank you, 7, man. Yes, indeed. All right. We have Steelers Girl 517 tuning in from Lansing, Michigan. That's the home of the Spartans. All right, let's see. Jack Package, the 817, Fort Worth, Texas. He says, I saw you on TV, Deke. Everybody saw you on TV, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you was big time. Like big time, man.
That was dope. I was just pumped with the first one. I was good with that, but it was dope. Guess they kept putting me on though.
I mean, why wouldn't they?
Because the first one was fine.
You screamed Pittsburgh.
What did I even say?
Which one?
The first one.
I think you said something like Ben owns the Browns. Or...
Yeah, Ben's been owning Cleveland or something like that. We win in this Monday night. I think that's what I said. But yeah, I was completely satisfied. I'm like, all right, that's my moment tonight. I'm 100% fine with that.
I like it,
They kept coming back to me, though, I guess.
Hey, man, you deserved it. It was your night. It was your night, man. So like I said, I am very, very happy for you. All right. We also...
I was going to say, just thanks for letting me be in the stadium. I mean, that's on you.
Oh, man, come on,
Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Stop that, man. Don't make it weird.
I'm just being serious.
Come on, man. You're going to make me cry like I'm 7 or something, man. Stop it, bro.
I ain't there without you.
You know? Hey, man. I wouldn't be there without you. We couldn't have done it without each other. It was our destiny. God's plan. All right. But back to this, back to the check-in. We got Henrik tuning in from Germany, city of Hamburg. Shout out to Germany. Okay, Hamburg in the building. What time is it in Hamburg?
Oh, man.
We ain't done this in a minute. Uh-oh.
Put me on the spot here.
What time is it in Hamburg?
It's almost 10. Plus 2, 3.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go.
I think it's 2:42.
2:42. All right, let's check to see.
You want me to check?
Hamburg, Germany. Oh, almost. It said it's 4-ish.
Yeah, I was an hour short.
You were close though, bro. You were close.
I was an hour short, almost.
I like it though.
I'm sorry. My reasoning was sound.
You get an E for effort, so that's all that matters.
Thanks, man.
That's all that matters.
You want me to rip off
some
some of these?
Rip off some more, then we'll hop into these supers.
919 NC in the house. That's coming from Jacob Malacio. He said he's smoking that sticky brown pack.
Ooh, he said sticky too. Okay. I like when it's
G. Alexander. He's always tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
The 804 Richmond, Virginia.
Let's go.
And then we got Sean Manahan, Lakeland, Florida. Country Malik, 48. The 843, Charleston, South Carolina. Leah Warren, always tuning in. 254, Killeen, Texas. Gary Thornton, Youngstown, Ohio. Says we're still alive. I believe the Jaguars get us in.
Uh-oh.
Trevor Lawrence,
and Trevor
baby.
We trust.
Let's go.
And Trevor we trust.
Sequoia Harris, 718, Bronx, New York.
Bronx.
He said it's all good, Deke. I cried last night too. I didn't cry. I did not cry. No.
I don't think you did. You might have.
I told you guys. I said I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't think you was fine last night, Deke. Deke, I sat next to you for a couple hours, Deke.
I was having fun.
You were having a lot of fun.
It was a good day.
I don't think you were fine, though, Deke. I think you were enjoying the moment, which I'm very happy for.
You got to.
But I felt like it was more than just fine. It was more than just that. As I was watching, I feel like I was fine.
It's life.
You know? But it's okay. Like, embrace it. Like, you should love the fact that you're able to get emotionally attached like that. I tell you, I feel like I'm broken because I can't get that. I want that. I do. I want everybody here. I'm like, dang, man. I want to be like, you saw wifey after the game and mother-in-law. They like,
they want him back.
They was like, yo, I think we should have him back.
They want him back.
You know, it's just this the emotion, the moment. I'm like, man, my emotional gear was broke. I'm like, dang, turn it on. It was like a cold start. You know, you start a lawnmower. I got to push the little button. I'm like, man, where my little button at the? It won't working.
Man, I mean,
it's still dope though, bro.
We could go therapy route. Maybe ask you some questions.
That might, yeah, bro.
Could you feel that in other football settings potentially?
Serious? If the colors were blue and red, would you feel more of an emotional connection?
That was Josh Allen's last game.
We love you, Josh.
Are you going down for the dap?
Josh! 17. No, I'm playing, bro.
Kyler Murray.
You silly, man. I'm more of a Colt McCoy guy, actually.
Also, I mean, could it take 5 to 10 years? Like you said, once the current players start getting off the roster,
probably be different, yeah.
will you become more and more of a fan then?
Yeah, because to me, like, I still view Ben as teammate. You know what I mean? Like it's a different dynamic. There's a different connection there. Whereas when you're talking about like a guy you never played with and you just support him and just watch him, I think it's a different level of like admiration for him. You know what I mean? Like for me, it was always like, man, I think of just awesome memories, the battles, and just the competitive nature of him. And when you're working with him, you're in the building with him and stuff like that versus, you know, for you, it's more so like the feel good moments of, oh, he got us out of this game. Oh, he had this particular moment right here.
Right. And that's the other thing probably for you too. Like you were here for 14 to what, 17, 18?
Yeah. Whereas you've been doing this since
like
04.
Yeah. It's like been
Absolutely,
his whole career basically. But yeah. Who else we got? I'll say a couple more here.
Yeah.
757 Chesapeake. That's coming from the Barbarian. I
gotta get a Barbarian some love.
I already said Sequoia Harris. I'm not giving you the double shout out.
Ooh, okay. Deke said he's
Raw
taking
dollars
today.
614 Columbus, Ohio.
Let's go.
He says smoking gooey brownie pack.
That gooey, so it's sticky and it's gooey.
Also, shout out to Raw Dollars because he posted on Twitter, I think last week, his newborn.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Absolutely, yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Definitely big congrats on that, man. I'm glad you remember that, too. Good.
Yeah.
Yes. That was dope. And I will say this, man. We did have a ton of other people yesterday pulling up to us, man, whether it was at the Unibet tent before the game. It did turn into a little tailgate. The Unibet tent before the game, or even the people that we ran into while we were in the stadium at the Champions Club, man, like, all of y'all were phenomenal, man, and very respectful, I might add, too, which I always appreciate.
Definitely.
But no, man, it was a dope vibe, man. Like everybody that we ran into,
the drinks
man.
Too, for people that are buying me drinks, double tequila shots.
Ain't that the truth? Y'all show love. Y'all show big love. Big love. Like I said, we definitely appreciate it. We don't want y'all to ever think we take it for granted, though, man.
Hell no.
But yeah, definitely, bro, definitely. All right, so let's hop into these supers, man. We get this thing rolling off. All right, Sean Manahan is the first one I see.
Never mind. I got Let's Go You, though.
Okay, perfect. I'm right in front of you then. Because you got the from Texas, right? Morning guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm one ahead of you. So
dude,
Sean,
where's he? He's all over the place. Now he's in Texas?
Yeah. Does
he travel? He must travel for work.
Maybe he knows Trina still did because she be all over the place, too. Mm-hmm. I think, was it Zeke Shazier? He's the other one. Like, some say he's in London. Then he's in, like, Thousand Oaks, California? Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, it's like that. But Sean Manahan, we appreciate you, by the way. He says, 18 years. Thank you, Ben. What a game from Najee and TJ Watt. Whew. Yes, sir. That we were over here, obviously after the fact, trying to figure out the fourth sack for TJ, and we figured it out.
Am I right?
It has to be, bro. It has to be.
Let us know in the chat. I think it's when Baker slid.
Yeah. Because it would make sense. If he's the closest defender, then by rule, yes, that would. Because I was like, man, I remember the 3, and that's what we kept saying.
I thought it was
3.
20.
20, yeah, but they're definitely saying 21, and then he had 4, so has to probably be that one. But
I don't know if he was the closest either. There was another guy or two pretty close.
Bro.
But you know what?
They said TJ like, touched him down. That's what Destin versus the World just said.
It's kind of like Crosby with assistant hockey. They just make stuff up for him.
Absolutely, you're going to get certain guys, you just get it, bro. But the thing is nuts, man. Me and a couple of my homies were talking about it this morning. We were like, man, the fact that he has 21 sacks and we said 12 games, and it was like, it's not even 12. It's really like 10.
Yeah,
because he's
maybe 10 and a half.
Yeah, because he sat out the 1, then he left early for 2.
Raiders for sure.
Like, this is crazy when you're talking about 21 sacks in 10 games, bro. Like, that is some serious productivity, man. I definitely feel like last night he locked it up, though. I felt like he had to have locked it up, man. Monday night performance, Ben's last game at Heinz Field, potentially, like all of the pomp and circumstance, all of the eyes on that game.
Cowboys dude stocks down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like everything is pointing to that being locked up, man. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, if everything goes like it's supposed to go, we don't get any funny business from the NFL people, which we should not in this regard, because this should be case closed unanimous now. I feel like it needs to be unanimous. That's what we're looking for.
I said it was locked up about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then it was unlocked.
Yes, it was very much
locked
unlocked.
Up again.
It should definitely be locked up right now. When you're talking about essentially 2 sacks away from the record, breaking the record, 1.5 from tying it, like, yeah. That's just insane. And shout out to Najee too, man. We were talking about that as well. The end result, the 188, we said in the stadium or watching the game, it didn't feel like that type of performance. We thought with the long run at the end that just got him over like the 120 mark, if that. But dude, that was pretty impressive by him, man.
We actually did some of the stuff on the ground that we've talked about with other teams facing us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they could just get 3 or 4 yards at will. That's what it felt like with Najee. Maybe there's a couple times where he got stonewalled, but I think we got to give credit to JC. I don't think it's a coincidence Kedrick Green's out. JC's kind of pushing people in the right direction. And Najee's getting yards. I mean, the 188 yards. Like, even outside of the big runs, he finishes with over 100.
I think whoever that lineup last night, we need to just bottle that and keep that going forward.
No, we need Dawson.
No, man. That lineup last night, bro. Dawson ain't give us 188 yet. Dawson hasn't been a part of 188, bro. I think that line, it was no coincidence last night, bro. It was no coincidence. 188. He averaged like 6 yards a pop, bro. 6.7. Let me not disrespect the 0.7 on the end of that thing. He averaged 6.7, bro. Come on, man. What we talking about here, man? You got to take that same line, bottle it up, don't touch him, don't talk to him, and then put it right back out there next week, okay? That's what you got to do. As much as I want my dog, I want people out there. You want Dawson, I want Ben. We got people we want out there, but no. None of them have given us 188 on the ground, 6.7 per tote from this gear. We haven't seen that at all this year. All right? That group got to go back out there. I'm calling Coach T. Look, Coach, I almost hit Kevin Colbert coming out the parking lot last night. All right? Like, that's the energy I was on. Okay? Just to let him know, like, hey, I see, bro, I'm going to let you in the line because it's police officers here. But next time I'm going to hit your car.
Did you actually see him drive out?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
It was cool. I was like, yo, is that you? Yo, what's up? Yeah, it was nuts, bro. It was nuts. But I had to let him know, look, man, same group next week, all right? Same exact group. So
I'm not opposed because obviously it was a really good performance. Now, there was sometimes in pass protection, the tackles were giving some stuff up for sure. But you want to talk about...
Hell, they're only, like, when you really think about it, though, I don't think
against Clowney and Garrett, yeah. Garrett didn't look right though either. At certain points, second half, I think he started cooking more a little bit.
See, I kind of felt like he was picking and choosing though,
because of the injury.
Yeah, and that is a part of it when you are injured and you want to stay out there. Some of the things we talk about with TJ at times, where it's like he's out there, but it doesn't feel like he's out there. That's kind of what it was like.
What happened to his ribs? Did he like glue them back together?
Bro, I don't.
Did he take those shots that I was talking about?
I don't know. To see him last week and to see him this week.
How did cracked ribs get better like that?
How? You saw what he looked like last week. You saw the grimacing in game last week. And now this week, who's 100% healthy? I don't get it, bro.
Like cracked ribs.
Like it's I
don't even understand that.
Let me crack your rib and just see what it feels
saying
like.
Stuff on the broadcast, how painful that is, because he's
had
always
him
played
before.
with cracked ribs. You could see him whenever he was throwing grimacing, and then we saw it with T. I just don't know how you can go from 1 week like that to this week. It doesn't even matter, and you have 4 sacks.
Like that's nuts to me, bro.
And not even the sacks too. Some of like
just
the pass
impact,
deflections too. Him jumping up. When he did that, he's like calling out Baker. I was expecting him to be doing that. That was funny.
He was flying around, man. He definitely was flying around, man. But that was impressive by him. All right, let's get to the next one.
Let's go, UW. He says, morning, guys from Texas. Sad to see AB throw the rest of his career away like that. But also can't believe Deke wanted him back. I mean, I'd still take him back.
I'm about to say, you said wanted like that was past tense, man.
Yeah, I still want him back.
We're going to have to talk about that with Big Deke today. All right, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Keep your shirt on, though.
You already got the Vincent Murray one?
Yep.
Stan Claire. Great year, guys. Thanks. It ain't over.
Let's get it.
It's not over. Let's go.
Not over. And Trevor, we trust?
Yeah.
Oh, that don't even sound right now.
Is that the saying?
Oh, Lord, that don't even sound right. All right, let's go.
I think that one makes sense, yeah.
I hope so.
Sean Manahan. Number 7's great, but 22, the man. So Coy Harris. Just wanted to donate to my guys. Number 7.
Now we appreciate you from the heart,
#
man.
Thank you, Ben. Glad KG wasn't playing.
Oh, hey, bro. No. Funny thing, I don't know if it's on the vlog or not, but at the beginning when they're doing the intros and they're like, at center, JC now when you're like, yeah, it's not Dawson. Let's go. No, he was like, yo, it's not Green. Let's go.
Man. I was commentating.
Yes, bro. Everybody was like, oh. And I was like, yo, that's the energy we on today, guys. All right.
Left guard. I was like, we want Dawson.
Yeah. And he was like, damn, more. I prefer Banner.
Yeah.
I prefer Banner.
Yep. Yeah, I was more calm for that one. I was neutral. I was like, you're good, but we prefer him.
I prefer Banner. But when he said JC, I was, yes, not Green. Yes.
Brian Shern. What's up, guys? Got to meet you, Moats, at the Unibet tent.
Yes, indeed.
Also,
salute, baby.
Very impressed by Najee. I feel like he cut in the hole better than into a defender. Yes.
Yeah.
I think we got to give credit to the line for that. But he did run hard, too. It wasn't all that funny
and with
dancing
good
stuff.
vision, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's one thing to run hard, but you got to set your blocks up. You got to run with your blocks. Some of the things that with the Browns, a couple of the bad runs they had, guys is not setting the block up or cutting, like reading the block wrong and cutting back. And when you do that, it puts your offensive line in bad situations, right? Because they're positioned to block one way, and now obviously the defenders over here changes the dynamic of it. But yeah, man, definitely shout out to the O-line for that, and shout out to Najee.
Cliff the Dark Knight. This is personal for you.
Uh-oh.
With it being Seven's last home game, Moats, how was it for you playing in your last game? I know at the time you thought you'd play in Arizona, but looking back, what do you remember?
Ooh,
so you actually didn't you think it was going to be your last game
yeah,
here
I did
in Pittsburgh?
hear, yeah.
You were surprised with how that offseason went.
Yeah, because I was not trying to go to AZ in all seriousness. But man, I'm trying to think. Who did we end with? Because I always get caught up in the playoff game. That was the last one for me. Yeah, 17.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh my.
The division round, second round, because we're the 2 seed versus Jacksonville.
That was the 13-3 season.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably weren't even thinking of that though. You're just trying
to get after it. Yeah, that's the feeling. Like the whole this could be it. I mean, you think the year before we had just went to the AFC Championship game, so I was not even in the slightest thinking about any of those regular season games being it, because we knew we were going to be hosting. I didn't think that Jaguars game was going to get, because we had plans that, man, we know we got one more home game before we got to go to New England. And that was the mindset, that was the mentality, but obviously it didn't work out. So hindsight 2020, I mean, it was cool, because it was the playoffs. Like, I love that part. It sucks that we lost, but more so I just think about Shea, because with Shazier, that was the whole situation that year. I know going into that game, those last couple of weeks, that's all any of us were thinking about. So I know for me, that was more so was consuming my mind versus this being a special moment or a even bigger moment and things like that. That's at least for me what I was thinking of, though.
Black Lavender says, as you guys know, I might be the biggest troll in the chat. For the first time, I don't have anything to troll about. I don't know if it's because of Ben or what. So he's just chill.
Hey, man, I like it, man. Sometimes you got to chill, bro. It's like that.
Next, we got Gary Thornton. Youngstown in the house, the 330. What's up, Deke and Moats? We're still alive. The Jaguars are going to win. I do have a feeling.
Well, can I give you a full circle moment, though?
What?
My dad, he's a high school teacher, right? Shout out to Churchland High School. Every day when he goes to work, he has a backpack that he carries. It's a Jacksonville Jaguars backpack. Let me explain, though. The first team to meet with me at the combine, full staff, Jacksonville Jaguars. Jack Del Rio, I forgot who, I think Caldwell might have been down here, a couple other guys or whatever, right? And in my meeting, they give me this, like, the single satchel, like, official team Jags backpack with the little name plate. Wow. Like, it was like the big deal.
So this is from you.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, look, Dad, my first ever team meeting, official meeting here. Then they flew in Harrisonburg, JMU to work me out individually, took me out to dinner. So it was like we thought we were going to Jacksonville too. That's why I was always pissed, because it was like, yo, you took this guy named Larry Hart from Central Arkansas. Not that I care, but if you're going to take a guy from Central Arkansas that was 1AA at the time, well, I'm 1AA at the time, he better be better than me. And clearly he wasn't. Not that I still have a bone to pick with that young man. Because
you won Player of the Years, right?
Yeah, exactly. You see the snubbed, okay?
Yeah.
Snubbed. So you can see it resonates a little bit, a couple years later, right?
We need a Brady 6 documentary.
Not like I remember any of the details and stuff like that. It's okay. He was an undersized pass rusher like myself. But I digress.
All the bums taken before you. So we got to put them on blast in a
So my dad still has that backpack. He wears it all the time. I try to give him Bill's backpack, try to give him Steel's backpack. I even try to give him a Cardinals backpack. He's like, I wear the hats, but this backpack, this was like when it first became real. So I'm like, uh-oh. Now it's destiny. It's full circle.
I think so.
This is the one, bro. When he comes into work this week with that Jags back, I'm saying, Dad, wear it with pride this week.
It does.
And Trevor, we trust this week.
It does feel like there's some outside control going on. Am I wrong?
Some might say it's God's plan.
That's what I'm saying.
It's God's message, man. It's God's plan and you're his messenger.
So I'm not
That's
even
what it is,
surprised
bro.
about this backpack story you're talking about.
I'm telling you, man, when you start saying Jags, it really hit me in the stadium last night. Now, I don't know why it hit me in the stadium. Was it the research? Was it the atmosphere? I don't know. Probably a lot of both, or maybe a lot of the research. Who knows? But either way, it was like epiphany moment. Light bulb. Bing. Oh, I see it. That's like, I see it.
I forgot I tweeted out Trevor Lawrence got snubbed for the Heisman.
Bro, you were on one.
The AB one.
The AB. Yo, should I tweet him? I'm at him. And I'm over there. Yeah, just do it.
AB even Heinz pull up. That one was inspired by you.
Yeah,
we got
man.
Blitzberg just giving some support, and then we got an upper room member.
Uh-oh. Is this Q
He's
Weaver?
trying to mess up the vibes, though, with this number.
666.
I know. I mean, we're talking about God's plan and stuff,
No.
and he's trying to mess
That's
us
Drizzy,
up.
though. Drake. 666. That's just like they always do that to drop for him. And he's the one who came with God's plan as well, who was with your boy AB, and now full circle. We're gonna come on. You see how it's connected.
You know what that number's known for, though.
What was it on for?
You never heard of that? Yeah, in the
No,
Bible,
what are you talking about? No.
they say like that's the mark of the devil or something.
Oh, you were making up numbers?
You never heard that?
No, what are you talking about?
Damn.
Why 6?
Huh?
Why 6?
No, it's those 3 numbers in a row.
Serious.
I'm serious.
You
You've never heard that?
6s.
I'm serious. Like if you
I got 3-6 Mafia. I see Damon Brown said
Maybe-
3-6. I like 3-6 Mafia.
maybe that's what it's
Mafia.
from. Maybe that's what's from. But
you know?
you've never
Sit
seen
on some
people say
scissor.
like, "Oh man, you were at 666 likes. I had to like it to get you off that."
What?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Dang. Interesting.
So maybe you put a positive spin on it though.
So 3-6s is a bad thing.
Yeah, you never heard that.
Dang, that sucks. I kind of like the number. I mean, I'm more of a 5 guy personally. Is 5 bad too?
No, 5's good.
5's good. What if it's 3 5s? Or
No,
if it's,
5s is
what if
fine.
it's 4 5s?
4 5
4 5s are good? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I didn't know if it was like poker.
No, I think like that's the only one I've really ever heard of being like that.
Okay. That's interesting, bro.
But it doesn't matter. He
Yeah, what
joined the
about
upper
that?
room, so.
Nah, I mess with you, bro. I been knew that.
No way. Are you serious?
I was about to say you was gonna go with it. I'm glad that you were concerned about me though. I appreciate you. You was really trying to explain it.
No,
Like
you
you
played
never
it
heard
good.
that before, bro. Like the 6 is the mark of the beast, like in the Bible. Oh, for real? No, man. You know both my parents fast. I've never heard about
That's
this.
what I
man.
was worried about. I'm like, wait, did Moats not listen in church at all or something?
You know, my parents, they was telling me while I was sitting on them drums, like, hey, son, you're going to be in here for every service, every day, okay? Monday through Sunday, you're going to church, all right? Trust me, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. But anywho.
You had me convinced too. Like, oh, this is 666 for 3-6
I was like,
Mafia or
man,
something.
3-6, what it ain't that, man? Drake, God's plan, we ain't going there?
I'm
Nah,
like, okay,
man.
maybe there's a double meaning.
Nah, but I have heard that before. But I'm one of the guys that I just don't like to give power to things I don't feel like need to have power over.
Sure.
And I'm not going to allow me not to be able to say 3-6s because of something like that. So with that being said, Q Weaver 666. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby.
God's power will overtake that anyway.
There we
The
go.
vibes are too immaculate
Come
right
on,
now.
bro. Talk about it, man.
Darius Mayo says, what's up, Master Moats and Deke? I think it's time for the A-Dub nickname
Ooh.
for Keller Witherspoon.
Now,
Official.
ooh,
He was all over the place yesterday. Let's end strong at Baltimore. Well, we were having some interesting conversations about
Yes.
Witherspoon too yesterday.
But I'm nervous if we throw the nickname on him, that's when it will change. Because, yeah, he hasn't had a nickname. He's been playing really well. I don't want to change it. Would you give him a nickname right now?
Well, A-Dub would be it for sure.
I feel like that
That's
would
dope.
be it, but I don't.
We're definitely leaning that way.
Yeah. I'm a little hesitant to throw the nickname out there because I feel like
We've been doing so well. You're right.
yes, and I don't want us to,
Maybe
have an
next year.
island situation. We know how the island boy ended up, and yeah, I would like to at least end this season before we island him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End the season.
I'm
maybe
seeing
re-sign
Spoon
him.
Island popping up right now. Silver Spoon, the Greasy
Ooh,
Spoon.
ooh.
Oh,
A-Dub might be the best though.
oh man, next time we get him on the show, we'll ask him. We just have to ask him, like, yo, which nickname you trying to go?
Oh
with,
yeah,
bro?
yeah. Like we
He's
asked
in front of the
Moose.
show. It's no coincidence though.
What was Terrell Edmonds they made up?
Oh my! I wish I could remember, bro.
Freakazoid, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. It's like what? Freakazoid.
Everyone's saying your nickname's Freakazoid.
It's like I never heard this before. Oh, that was funny, man. But no,
Witherspoon
man,
knows
Spoon,
legit.
since he's come on the show, bro, it's no coincidence. Think about it. He comes on the show. He's been catching picks ever since, man. That's how it works, bro.
He caught the 2 before us, right? The Vikings.
It was that week though.
It was that week. You're
Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying. And think about his play since then, bro.
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's no coincidence,
3
man.
picks. How many
No
games has he played
coincidence.
this far? 4 or 5?
It's no coincidence, man.
It's definitely not. I mean, he should have had one in the Ravens game
It's
too.
no coincidence, man.
All these pass deflections, the physicality.
Okay. Alex Highsmith. It's no coincidence, man. It's no coincidence, man. The show is the link. It's God's plan, like you said, bro. It's God's plan. Everybody that comes on the show balls out.
Gentry filling in.
Has Green been on the show yet?
He hasn't.
See, it's no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what's going on. Nah, play it back.
Not today.
We got to call him up and get him on the show. Then we'll be all right.
Might have to. I mean, he's gonna have some free time, it seems.
Oh, you wild for that, bro. You are wild. He's going to have some free time.
They should, right? I mean, yesterday kind of showed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it. Obviously, I'm still calling for him to come back, but I think we can all understand he's probably not. All signs are pointing that way, at least.
We shall see. We shall see.
One thing on Witherspoon. Should we say it now? I was gonna mention, like, what would you want to give him contract wise? Because I actually thought that was an interesting conversation.
Well, if you want,
he
we can
keeps
talk
playing
about
like
it.
this.
Let's talk about it then. Because obviously, as we always do, we're going to work through the game recap as we're kind of doing it anyways. But we'll continue this through these chats. But with Akello, I think that he's definitely played himself into a good amount of money. When you talk about the cornerback position, it's a premium position, right? Because you know that really has an impact on your wins and losses, right? And that's kind of the fastest way to get beat defensively is if you got a guy that can't cover, can't keep the top on the defense. I do think with Akello, especially of late as well, he's playing with a lot more confidence, a lot more swag. You can see him celebrating, just feeling good when he's out there on the field, just good energy. But I think his ball skills are there. I think athletically he possesses all the things. I mean, even when we go back and I think about when we talked to Garvin, right? Terrence Garvin, when we first traded for Akello, he was saying like, man, Akello has the tools, but it's going to be interesting to see like how he meshes, how is he mentally, emotionally, like when he gets here and connects and stuff like that. And I thought early on it was a little mixed match, you know, and we thought at times that he wasn't necessarily living up to it and he wasn't even getting the opportunities as much either. But ever since he came on the show, it changed. Not playing. But in all seriousness though, man, that Vikings game really turned the corner for him in terms of him getting his hands on footballs. And now from there, you see just the PBUs in the Chiefs game. You see the interception that would have been in the Chiefs game. It wasn't for a penalty. The interception
Almost
last
had
night.
one in a Ravens game.
Yeah, like the dude he's hitting a hot streak and he's doing it at the perfect time because recency bias, right? If you do this the first 5 games of the season and then you drop off, nobody remembers it, right? No different than us a year ago. We started 11-0. But hardly anyone brings it up because of how it ended, right? So for Akello, the slow start necessarily didn't hurt him because he's finishing on such a high clip that once the season ends, man, the team, they're going to be remembering this. You remember plays you make in November and December because they count for more. It's weighted more this time of year because you got playoff position and stuff like that. So for him, he's going to get a good amount of money. The interesting part will be if he's priced himself out of Pittsburgh. That's the part that we would have to see because on the open market, he should be commanding some decent money because of the size he has, the athletic ability. But now you're coupling that with productivity. Whereas when he went to Seattle from San Fran, it was they're paying him because they think he can grow into that full-time guy.
He was helter-skelter with the Niners.
Right. Whereas for us right now, he's putting together, a nice little December, January time frame right here. So if he keeps doing that, teams are going to say that and say, well, if you're doing it this time of year, this has to be real. And when it's real, people want to pay for that. And that's the part for us where we could, best case scenario is Kevin Colbert gets the deal done with Akello before he could talk to anyone else. Because once Akello could talk to other teams, it's a wrap. Because now the number goes up because you get into the bidding war.
Yeah, maybe Akello likes it good enough here being with multiple organizations and seeing how he's playing, how the Steelers are using him, and how he's having success. Maybe he just would want to stick here and at least give it another year or two. You know what I mean? Maybe he could try to get a second bigger contract down the line. I do wonder how much his time with the Niners and Seahawks will affect his contract, though, where it's just like you're seeing the hot streak right now for 4 or 5 games, but then you look at the full body of work. Is someone going to be really willing to give him like a 3-4 year deal, double digits? Like right now, I'm thinking like 6-7 is a good range.
Well, I also
safe range.
But I also say this 6 or 7. But at the same time, if you can't come into an agreement with a number, does he become a potential franchise candidate? because we talked about beforehand with Joe Hayden being a franchise tag candidate.
That's a
to
good
me,
point.
watching how Kello has played, I would much rather make my bet with him next year than coming back with Joe. Even though we know Joe is a good player still, Joe is at the end of it. And we know, he's capped right now just based on age and just part of playing that long in the NFL. Like, you start to decline. Whereas at Kello, we don't know how good he can really be. Is this the ceiling or is this the floor for him? Because with that being the case, if this is his floor, and now with more confidence, and now if he can actually have a full offseason, because remember, he doesn't have a full offseason here. You throw that in there, you really get into this culture, you start to understand this defense on a higher level like Minka. Now what does that look like for him? Those are the questions to me that, based off of his productivity these past couple of weeks,
You would
it
at
makes
least
me
like to give a chance.
But I would have to look to see like if they could even do that with him. I would need to look into it. But man, he definitely is a guy that I think you consider for that if it's available to you.
Oh, 100%.
Or
yeah,
even
I'm all about
a
bringing him
transition
back.
tag. Even a transition tag. Because that's what we did with Worlds, right? You think about Worlds in 2014. He had 13 was the big season, 7 sacks, right? And it was the breakout. It was, man, we haven't seen this before. You don't want a franchise tag because it commits too much money.
Top 5 money.
But you don't want to let him just leave either. So you transition tag, so you at least have a buffer where, hey, you're going to get good money, but if a team tries to pick you up, I can at least, match it or get something in compensation for that, right? So that is an alternative potentially for him where it's a little bit more cost-friendly. Now, you do expose him potentially to other teams, but you already set a baseline money-wise, and you already let him know that, hey, we want you here. We just don't want you at this number, but this is a number that we're willing to commit to right off the break, and that's going to be more than what we would probably negotiate with you on a per-year basis right now, just because the sample size is so small with him.
Oh, for sure. And, you keep playing like this next year, you'll get your big money then.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely like how Akello's playing, dude. Yeah. It's been awesome. I mean, especially coming from Pierre, that 3-4 game stretch where it felt like he was getting burned left and right. It just felt like, dude, if we're going to have Akello Witherspoon, if we're going to trade that pick for him, and he has all this potential and untapped growth that we don't know about, why not give him a chance at least? And then we gave him a chance, and he's been excelling. Like, big shout out to him. Has, man.
Chewy, he overcame the adversity. I mean, think about it. It was a point of this year, probably 3 weeks ago, where people were, man, why did we trade for him? This is the worst trade we've ever made. This is a horrible decision. I mean, I was with you. I was like, yo, it is kind of bad when you're looking at him just sitting there. You see Gilmore, and, we got this guy that we gave up a pick for, and he's not really producing or even getting the opportunity.
Wasn't even playing.
Yeah. But it's good to see that, it switched up for us, man. So shout out to whoever, came up with that decision to give him an opportunity, and shout out to him for capitalizing on that opportunity as well.
Chewy Regal says, won my fantasy football league on that last play by Najee. That's got to be pretty dope. Because you were definitely not thinking that was going to happen. Definitely not. Oh, we're just going to run it again and try to run out the clock.
Yoda was in the stadium with us. He was like, man, you don't understand, bro. I was so hyped about that Najee run. I was like, yeah, because it helped us win. He's like, no, I won 2 G's on my parlay for that. I was like, yeah.
Good for him.
I was like, well, you know what? I'm happy for you, man. Ain't nothing like when that bet hit, you get that backdoor cover, the backdoor parlay. That boy's, oh, it hit. I got my 2 G's.
He said he was down 60 points with Deontay, Najee, and the Wizard of Oz.
Who?
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, these were the players he had left to play yesterday.
Why did he spell Deontay like that?
Yeah. I even said Deontay.
Yeah, that's what I was like, who the heck is that? It threw me off, bro.
God bless.
I'm still recovering, man. Y'all leave me alone right now. I can't do all this altering. All right, we got to be by the book today. We're buttoned up.
Oh, yeah. The CFFL. Not sure what that is. That's got to be his fantasy league. And it says, thank you, 7.
Thank you, 7. Thank you, 7.
Juicebox 32. Good to hear from him. Says smash that like button, Deke. No. He says smash the like button.
No, big facts. It's like 700 people in here. It's like 186 likes right now, bro. It's 186 likes right now, bro. What's going on with this, man?
I did like it.
What's going on with this, man? What would the algorithm say? What would Ben say? Deke? Huh? Thank you, 7.
Maybe get it to 700 likes then.
Whoa.
How about that?
That sound about right.
716 watching.
That sound about right.
I don't see why it can't happen.
That sound about right.
723 watching now.
Let's go for it. Do it for 7.
We're getting some extra viewers because of the algorithm, because of the likes.
No, that is how it works, though. Dead serious, bro. Tell you, man. Shout out to the algorithm. Thank you, 7.
He says, Deke, you're the perfect rep for a Steeler fan. I got hyped seeing you, and I saw Moats ignore the farewell 5.
So, because I ain't jumped down there when everybody else was.
He says, keep 53 out.
Oh,
that seems like a trend going on in the chat right now.
No. We done turned the page on Young Green.
It's
5 Trey. No, man.
Give it to JD.
Come
JD
on,
Hassenauer.
man. No, can't be that. No, man.
It's time.
We'll
That's actually been time. It's just unfortunate JC's been hurt.
Yeah, we'll give him some time on it, man. We'll give him some time. But, Juicebox, I went for the Air 5. I didn't ignore the farewell. I was just like, I gave him that one. I was there with
you
them.
You were taking in the moment.
I really was, though.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I like to, I'm a moments guy lately. Like, I just like to be here. Just experience it, witness it. If it gets caught on camera, great. If not, at least I will always have these moments.
Right.
Yeah.
Brent Fox says, in the spirit of appreciation, thank you both, Deke and Moats, for the great content. Hashtag thank you, 7.
No, salute you, man. We appreciate that. And we did. We kept hearing people saying that too, man. It was like, yo, we appreciate the content. I don't really think about us providing content like that. We just be having fun.
Yeah.
But
it really
shout out
is.
to y'all, though. Yeah, it's
it really
fun,
is
man.
just fun.
Yeah. I don't feel like we wake up like, yo, we got to get content today.
No.
It's like, yo, we just going to vibe. We're going to get up here and talk.
Jay Nix, he says he's from the 518 Saratoga, New York.
Shout out to Saratoga. I got a connection in Saratoga, man.
Do you?
That's where I got my master's at Empire State College. It's in Saratoga Springs, New York.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Never been there before, though.
Online,
yes. Heard it's a nice place, though.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Also, the Jags have won the past 5 home games against the Colts, so they got this.
That's what they saying,
I did
man.
see that
Everybody
stat
keeps saying,
popping up.
man. That's what they keep saying. Everything is pointing towards it working out, bro.
I don't think that has anything to do with this year.
It does.
What I will
just
say,
roll with it. It does.
You could look at the Jags schedule. They've had some tight games. I remember the Bengals won early. Yeah. It was like week 3 or 4. They only lost to the Colts by 7 the first time.
3 or 4. How they been these last 3 weeks? I was just asking. I don't even. I know this week wasn't the best week.
I know this week's been bad.
This week was pretty bad for them. I know that. Yes.
We thought 14 points was a lot in terms of the spread.
Boy,
wasn't close to enough.
Boy.
I gotta check the games.
I think you got
too.
me good though.
I think it's close. I think
so?
I think it was like 50-50.
No, because
you got me on the Michigan game.
I got you Michigan. I got you Cincy, but you got me Baltimore, and you got me. I think it was Dallas.
No, we didn't do that game.
No, because there's a Dallas Cardinals, but it was another game. I think you got me on. No, it was the Titans. Titans Dolphins.
I got you Steelers too.
Yeah, you got me.
Titans Dolphins. Yeah, definitely Titans Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think you might have got another one though.
No,
I think
maybe I got
you. Maybe I got you by a game. I don't think it was by that much though. I gotta check the tapes. I gotta check to see where we're standing on that. Where am I at?
Let's go, UW.
I might be. No, Black Lavender.
I don't even see, bro.
Well,
you're not that far away. Stay right there. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Oh, all right. Never mind. You are that kind of far away, but it's not crazy far, so we'll get there. Just stay put. We're good. All right. Let's go, UW. He says, just a trucker, Deke.
What's that? I'm
not sure. It had to be in reference to something we were talking about a little earlier. I don't remember off the top of my head, though.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Just a trucker. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no. It's because he was traveling. Remember we were saying with Let's Go UW, why is he all over the place? He's a trucker. That's what he's saying. Just a trucker. No, man. Well, shout out to you, Let's Go UW, man. You probably are seeing like all of the country, man. But be safe out there on the roadways,
yeah,
man.
That's what my grandpa did.
Yeah, my uncle, man. He's a truck driver, man. He's been doing it 15, 20 years now. Yeah, absolutely, man. Stay safe, but no, man. That's a cool little spot, though. Cool little job, man. All right, we got Blitzberg showing some love and support to the channel. We greatly appreciate you as well. And I see the boost in likes. We're sitting at 305 now. Y'all definitely bumped it up, man. Salute y'all as well for that. All right. Sean Manahan says TJ is at 21.5. 1 away from tying, 1.5 from number 1 on this all-time sack list. I don't know when he got the half then. I thought it was at 21. The number just keeps growing, bro.
We'll give it
to him. Just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. Oh, he came in the game with 17. 17 plus 4.
I told you it's that Crosby factor.
It is, bro. Because I was like, man, I really did not
make up assists for Crosby.
When they said he had the 4th, I'm like, bro, when did this happen? That is crazy though. But I like it, man. He got to get it though. He's got to get it, man. Let's go.
I think with the Ravens and how they run their offense,
he'll get opportunity.
He'll fall into one. You know what I mean? Because there's no way they're playing Lamar Jackson. There's no way.
Yeah.
Because they're out of it, right?
They should be, yeah.
I just don't feel like they would. So if it's Huntley, then, if he's just scrambling around back there, I think TJ could just fall into one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they're saying that he came into the game with 17.5. So, yeah, if he came with 17.5, I thought he came with 17. But, yeah, if it's 17.5,
I thought it was 17, too.
I like it. All right. I Mighty 330 says, how about Deke on the broadcast giving 7 a high five? A phantom high five is what we found out.
I got snubbed.
It looked good though, bro. I'm glad you came in and was just honest about it too, because I would have rode with it all last night. I would have been, Deke, bro, he dabbed you up, man. I'm proud of you, bro. This your moment. You could, yeah, man, it happened, bro. I felt the glove. It was kind of leather. Felt good. He looked me in my eyes, smiled a little extra for me. You could have sold us. We would have believed it, bro. Because the camera looks like he hits your hand. It looks like it. I could see how he missed it when I went back in slow mo. I could see because you kind of like got you like puzzled in between two people, and he
dapped me up and said, "F the fake fans."
Yeah, that's what it was, bro. That's what it was, man.
That would have been epic.
That's what it was.
Didn't happen that way though.
All right, we got Q. Q says Dan Moore is Myles Garrett kryptonite. Are we going there?
I don't know about that.
I'm not.
No, because
I was watching that.
Even in the first game, Garrett was getting around more in the snap of a finger, but Ben was just getting out quick, and that happened a couple times this game. Now, first half though, I think it was more Garrett, maybe with the groin injury.
Yeah,
he didn't look right.
I would agree, but
Garrett had moments,
dude. As soon as we said we was in the stadium, it was like third quarter. We're like, oh man, Myles ain't really hitting it like that. What did he do? Come around the corner and smack me. I said, oh, never mind. And then he proceeds like 3 more plays. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's okay. He was resting. Yeah, he's still over there if he wants to.
Clowney looked good too.
Yeah, Clowney played like he had something to play for. He was motivated. Like typically we don't see that from him over a course of a game.
Guaranteed contract, right?
He doesn't. I'm saying some people, man.
He didn't last year though either with Tennessee,
or even in Seattle for the case. But like it's just different. Like right now, it
probably helps having Garrett on the other side.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. But it's just like I don't know, man. He looked more enthused like for 4 quarters. I didn't feel like he had those moments where
I'd say the whole season actually too.
He's been playing and that's good. The thing for him that has typically not been his MO. So it is good to see that he's grown into that part of his game, man. Because the talent has always been there.
Not for us if he sticks around with the Browns.
I would agree with that because, yes, when he wanted to win, he was winning as well last night.
Well, they're going to have some money decisions to make. It'll be interesting how they allocate all that. They might not be able to keep all their players.
Well, it all hinges on what they do at Baker.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day, that's the big decision that they have. They knew that going into the season. I think they have a little bit more clarity, but now it's clarity in terms of how do we find common ground on the number or do you hit the reset button? Reset button is risky if you're Cleveland, knowing what you've already endured, though. That's the part for us. We've never really, especially because these last 18 years, it's a little bit easier if we hit a reset button. Whereas for them, it's like, y'all haven't had success like that. This is new these past 2 years, even being in conversations.
Even
last
this
year
year
made it to
for
the
them.
playoff, right?
Even, there's, what are they now? Is it 7-9?
7-9.
8-9.
Like that's
actually a decent season
right.
for them when you look at the last 20 years.
So for them, I don't think for us, we wouldn't tolerate that level of play in Pittsburgh because our expectations are way higher for what we expect from a franchise quarterback. Now. And because we know what a franchise quarterback looks like, we've had one.
100%.
Whereas for Cleveland, they haven't had that. So you don't just walk away from the first good quarterback you've had in how many years, all because you don't feel like he's the franchise, the one of 5 that are out there, So that's the part for me where I'm like, I don't necessarily think that they're just going to move on. I think that they try to find a better number, but I don't think that and especially with this quarterback class, it's not like you got a guy, or even think about the Jags with Trevor Lawrence. We're seeing that it's not just, oh yeah, this is the perfect guy who can come in here and just turn it around for you. Like, if I'm Cleveland, I don't know.
Cleveland at least has a good roster around them.
Right.
They could get a Mac Jones scenario. I mean, Stefanski's not Belichick. He doesn't have that system with the Browns, but that's a way better scenario than like Jacksonville or even like Zach Wilson with the Jets.
Very true. Very true, man. All right. We got Travis Calloway. Travis Calloway says, how much do y'all think SEMO had an impact on the running game and the way we ran the ball? SEMO is Chris Morgan, the new offensive line coach they got. Yo, you are on to something.
Chris Morgan smoking that Clem pack.
New O-line coach, new O-line lineup, and we get 188 on the ground. SEMO for president. Let's go.
I'd still like to see Dawson.
Nope. Give me LeGlue. Let's go. And LeGlue, I trust. Trey Turner, I love you. Yep.
Is there anything we could see from just watching the game where you're like, oh, the coach made a difference here?
Yep. 188 on the ground. It was
simply
evident. It was that simple. Najee ain't never run that hard behind Clem and Dotson and KG and your crew. He ran behind this crew though with Hassanauer, with LeGlue. You know what I'm saying? With Trey, with SEMO. Shout out to Chris Morgan, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man.
It's awesome. Yeah, give him credit, I guess.
Hey, run it back.
I don't care.
Give it. Same lineup next week, man. Same lineup next week.
But in all seriousness, is there anything you could say from watching the game and point to the coach?
Well, I'll say this. I haven't went back and deep dove into the old lines portion of it just yet. I'm sorry, I'm working on a couple hours of sleep right now. But I will go back and look. But the one thing I'll say off the top of my head that I could point to SEMO, Chris Morgan, his impact, you could just say the continuity up front in terms of for 4 quarters, regardless of the successful runs or the negative runs that they had, right? Where Ben might have got hit or Najee got stuffed on a run play. They kept going. They kept firing off the ball. They kept fighting. Whereas at times, as we've talked about, it will look as if the team isn't trying to execute fundamentally, especially in the run game. We did the breakdown a week ago showing some of the inefficiencies with the run game and the scheme part of it. But I thought yesterday it was less about scheme and more so about just mentality. Because when we're sitting here in the stands, we're saying to ourselves, man, I don't necessarily feel like these are big runs that are happening, but you look up and see 188, you look up and see 6.7 on the ground for 30 touches, and you're saying to yourself, well, how does that happen? That's 4 or 5 yards a pop. That's what that is. And you get that with mentality. You get that with attitude, because we're not going to act like these guys all of a sudden became technicians in a week. We're not going to act like they've become, Pro Bowl caliber offensive linemen in a week, because that's not the case. But what you can do in a week is have a mentality that regardless of what happens, regardless of who's in front of me, I'm going to fire off this ball and I'm going to hit this dude in the mouth and let the chips fall where they may after the fact. I do think that part came from him a little bit in the sense of, it was no reason for the O-line to step up like that, right? I mean, I know we can throw the Ben narrative, and I think that helped the team as a whole, and we can get into...
The team looked a little inspired last night, for sure.
And I feel like your boy should have announced this earlier, too. I do. I said it to you when we were sitting in there. We talked about, I said, man, he should have said this earlier. We would have won the Super Bowl this year. It's your fault. It's your boy's fault. He wanted to wait too long. No, thank you, 7. Why you wait this long, man?
Mid-season maybe would have been the better
he knew where we were going. You know what I mean? He knew where we were at. He should have done it then. It's all good, though. I ain't tripping. But I do point to Morgan in that part. And like I said, when I go back and watch the tape to see some of the more minute and fine details of, if anything was different with their play in terms of LeGlue, in terms of JC, and comparing them to other guys and stuff like that. But as a whole, I just thought the mentality was what it needed to be. And what we've been preaching about or asking for, we're saying, hey, we know you're not the most talented group. We know y'all going to have bad plays. But at least every play look like you ready to fight. Look like you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be like you're pissed off. And I thought yesterday they played with intensity, man.
Yeah, opposed to being a turnstile.
Yeah.
Multiple factors. I mean, you could bring up Morgan and obviously JC playing instead of Green. And maybe you want to talk about playing a little inspired. But yeah, that was the best performance, I think, from the offensive line all year. Maybe you could point back to... didn't we have some good runs between week 5 to 7 or 8? We looked all right because Najee was getting 80 yards, 90 yards. I remember even the first Browns game, he actually played pretty good, but this might have been the best one.
For Najee, yeah, I would.
Just the offensive line performers. Now, I said they weren't perfect in the passing game, but still,
they still kept
getting that run game is important just for the offense as a whole. I mean, it kind of starts with all that even.
Yeah.
So shout out to the offensive line. Shout out to Morgan. Whatever he did different. Thank you.
Hey, man. Shout out. All right. We got Miles Harrington. Miles says he's smoking on that brownie pack. Let's go. Got to smoke on that brownie pack, man.
Yes, sir.
Says, took my dad to the game, and man, was that a great experience. I love Pittsburgh, even though it's cold as balls. No, that is
It was freezing.
Fact.
That was the coldest game this year.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. It was very cold. In fact, I feel like if I would have had anything less in my system, I would have been too cold. I feel like it was the right balance. I was still cold this morning when I woke up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's part of the reason why I put my coat on. I was like, yeah, I'm still freezing. But it was a good time, though,
man.
bro.
I had to buy gloves as soon as I stepped out of the parking lot.
It was cold, bro.
I was like, oh, jeez.
Yep, yeah, it was definitely cold, bro.
Forgot gloves. Didn't think I'd need them.
Yeah, I remember I was getting dressed and first, because I never set out there, like, for a cold one. I'm like, man, I don't know what to put on. I'm asking wife, like, when you sit in the stands for cold games, what do you wear? Can you coach me up because I'm a rookie and I don't want to be freezing? But I was still cold, bro. Yeah, it was definitely cold. But it was worth it, though. I don't mind sitting in the cold if we get a game like that and ultimately a win like that. Like, it doesn't feel as cold. Whereas imagine if the score was like that,
we were standing too.
Like the
energy
was dope.
Yeah.
Like, I think if it was a loss, man, it would feel way worse. But with the game being how it was, us up, momentum, the energy in the building, like, yeah, it was perfect, bro.
Those seats are very fortunate too compared to the rest of the stadium because you're like kind of tucked in a cubby hole. You're not getting that wind from the river.
Very
like
true,
if you're
bro.
up in the 500s, it's probably about 10 degrees, 15 degrees colder.
Very true.
So we got a good spot.
I like it. All right. Now we got Tommy Vincent. Tommy Vincent says, and we're almost to Black Lavender, by the way.
Nice.
Tommy Vincent says, good morning from Arizona. Good to see 7 go out with a win. Do you guys think we should keep Witherspoon A-dub next season?
Oh, it's already happening.
Because he got the parentheses AW. I was like, uh-oh. That's what we're going with it.
It's happening.
I like it, though, man.
I'm all for it, yeah.
Honestly, man, I do think not only that we should keep him, but I think we should. I want to do multi-year personally. Just because
he does have potential of balling out.
And that's the
year.
thing. It's like if you do a 1 year transition tag, franchise tag, or any of these other things, if he continues with the play that he's on, the trajectory that he's on right now with this play, he infinitely priced himself out. And now you kind of lose your leverage a little bit. Whereas if you can get him on a 2 year, even a 3 year, I don't think he would sign a 3 year right now. But if you could get him that, I think the longer the deal, potentially better. But have it where it's a little bit more front loaded. So if it does fall off, if this isn't the norm for Akello next season, you still have an out after that. Like, I would kind of set it up that way. But I do think, man, like, you got to keep him. He's shown that now. And especially, like I said, with Joe getting older and knowing his contract situation, it's kind of like the perfect little marriage right here, man. I can see it.
Because we were looking for that guy. Whenever people were bringing up trading for like Xavier Howard, even trading for Stephon Gilmore, it was the thought of, okay, he could be here this year, then also be Joe's replacement whenever he leaves. So we have a franchise cornerback for the next 2 or 3 years, so we don't get that type of drop off. Yeah, this could be a good scenario bringing Witherspoon back.
Absolutely, bro.
Definitely.
Absolutely. All right. Saquon Harris. Saquon Harris says, no island names. Leave my man 25 alone before he turns into Artie Burns out there. Whew, man. It's that number, huh? Bro.
I mean, Burns' rookie year was really good. We thought we had a guy. We thought we had a cornerstone.
See? Oh.
Does he bring up a fair point? And you mentioned it earlier. Let's not get too hype on this one.
That's my approach right now with him. Just first, I'm always skeptical of guys that have been around for a couple of years and have been at multiple spots in a short span of time, like Akello has been. Because with that, two things. Number one, you're talented enough that you keep getting opportunities, but at the same time, something isn't connecting, and that's why you're not able to have any type of longevity there, right? So with that, I'm just like, you've played well enough where we definitely need to compensate you. I know another team will want to compensate you. I just don't know if we love you just yet, or are we really liking you? Is it lust? I don't know. We might just really be feeling you. You might just have really nice eyes and great hair, but you got a terrible personality. We don't know it just yet, but we liking your pictures, all right? We seeing you post, we just clicking, might even comment, heart eyes. That's that. We're flirting right now. We ain't slid in the DM yet. When you slide in that DM, it's a little more official. It's like, all right, I'm committed to you now. Okay.
Right.
Are you ready for this? We haven't
had to have that initial conversation.
Right. So right now we just liking pictures. It's flirty. Might even see you on a story, but we ain't started talking just yet. So with Akello, I'm like, I don't know if I want to just talk to him just yet, or we just liking pictures still.
In terms of the secondary, though, and the cornerback position, I'm willing to go all in with him as opposed to drafting a cornerback high.
I do agree with that.
I mean, he's still at the point of his career where I think he has untapped potential. If he could keep this up, like, what are you going to do better in the draft? Really?
Yeah, I would
He's
much
still young
rather,
enough.
I would much rather put the eggs in his basket versus taking a guy first round and hoping that he can.
Because I'd rather take line.
Well,
sure.
and we also know that we don't develop our in-house corners the best. That's been the knock right now, right? In terms of guys that we draft of lately, outside of what Cam Sutton, he's the last guy.
Mike Hilton.
He wasn't drafted. No, he was not drafted here. We got
Undrafted.
him. No, he came
Free
from New
agent.
England. He was in New England. He was in I think Tennessee as well. We did not draft him. So when I think of that, we like I said, the last
You
draft.
can say we developed him though, right?
Yeah, we developed him,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about in-house guys because Akello, he's balling out, but he's not in-house. Joe Hayden's balling out, but he wasn't.
Right.
You know
Okay,
what I mean?
I get what
Like,
you're saying.
yeah. Even Steven Nelson, he balled out. He wasn't from here. Like, we don't draft the guys that we draft: Justin Lane, Cam Sutton, Artie Burns. Man, what's the dude? Gerard. I forgot his last name too. Like
Sequence Golson.
yeah, like those are the guys that we've drafted. We don't draft the best.
Come on, there's got to be a good one here recently.
I told you, Cam Sutton. He's
I think
he's
so.
literally the last one to outside of Cortez Allen. Since Cortez, he's the only one to
Yeah,
have a
he had a
new
good
deal.
year.
Yeah,
Oh, Keenan Lewis was good.
yeah, but
He
think
was
about how
good
long
for
ago that
us.
was.
It
Keenan-
was.
that
It
was
was
before I got here.
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got a nice deal with the
Cortez
Saints.
was the last one, and that was in 2014, and then we released him the next year after that.
Yeah.
We don't draft well with
Not
the
long
cornerback.
term. No, because, the Keenan Lewis thing, he
Mhm.
left, but then he kind of fell off with the Saints.
Right.
But then you're right, even too. Allen had a nice little year for us,
Yeah,
but then he fell off. So, like, we haven't had a guy where we at least able to draft, keep for like 10 years.
yeah. Like
Outside of
we
Ike
just haven't
Taylor,
had
that
it.
was
Yeah.
that was really long ago.
Right. We just have not had that. So that's the other part where I'm like, with Akello, you have a guy that looks like he can play. With some of these draft picks, we haven't even seen that much from them just yet, right? In terms of a guy like Justin Lane. Justin Lane, we said athletically, he's on par with Akello. Maybe even a little bit more athletic, but his productivity hasn't been anywhere near what we're seeing from Akello over this short span.
Nowhere close.
Same with Artie. Even when Artie was playing well, it wasn't turnovers like we're seeing right now. Turnovers,
He had pass
that's
deflections.
different. Like, you're getting the ball. Like, you put extra payment. Guys that get turnovers like guys that get sacks. Like, they're special. You treat them that way. You pay them that way. So with that, man, when you got a guy that is looking like he could potentially do this on a regular basis, why take that chance, man? I'm like, take care of him, keep him in house. Some type of bridge deal where you want to see next year if this is the real or if this is, imitation, but whatever, you just keep him here. That's kind of how I look at it.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right, so now we're on Black Lavernus. You should be caught up.
More Witherspoon talk. Says Lil Spoon has some
Lil
questionable celebrations, though.
I like the snowman. I like the snowman on the ground, bro. And then he had the little, when he's on the knees doing his little, like I'm telling you, last night where he was in his bag, bro, he had all the celebrations. Like, and I'm starting to track it more because Kansas City gave us the big boy walk with the heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm hanging low down here, flex on him. Minnesota, he took it to the end zone. He gave us that one, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm like, what's next? When he did the snowman, I was like, yo, you killing it. You killing it. I was ready to go snowman as well, but in the bleachers, we ain't got that much room. I'm kind of big. I was but I was liking it, man.
So you're good with the celebrations?
When you're balling out, yes.
Okay.
Because you're celebrating big plays. It's not like you're celebrating a 13-yard.
We haven't gotten any taunting calls.
What I mean? Yeah. And he's doing it the right way. He's not directing it towards anyone. That's the other part. Because we saw yesterday, they still call taunt. I mean, I think Connie had the taunting penalty as well when he had his play. And I forgot who he got him pointed at, but he did something as well.
Dude, the one he took his shoe off. Did you see that?
Yes, dude. You threw it. Yes.
Because you couldn't see it in the stand. I'm like, wait, nothing happened.
Yes,
Why are they calling this? Why are they calling the unnecessary roughness? But then they literally took his shoe and threw it.
Yeah. But it's like, as long as you're playing at a high level like Akello was playing, I don't mind it. And I really don't mind how, in the breakdown when I did of Akello a week ago, I said the only thing I'm getting used to is celebrating when we're down. Because in the Chiefs game, we're still down. It was like 23-0 at the time. And it's like, I get it. It's a big play. It just rubs me a little weirdly because you're down 20.
Yeah.
And the same was in the Vikings game, that first interception he had where it's like, take it to the end zone. It's like, bro, we still down 20. Whereas yesterday, when you're winning or it's a one-score game and you're balling out, man, heck yeah, celebrate, get excited, feel that energy because the guys need it. Absolutely. So that's why, I loved all that stuff. It's just when you're down big, I'm more of a, you don't celebrate right now because you're trying to get back in this thing. You celebrate when you're already in it or when you're winning, not when you're down 20. Because it's like, ain't a lot to celebrate right now. That was just always my mindset.
Well, maybe it goes back to our interview with him,
Mhm.
though. Remember his one answer about pregame routines and stuff?
Oh yeah.
It seems like he's just in his own zone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's celebrating. It's down 23-0. As
Mhm.
long as we're not getting the taunting penalties or
Yeah.
the excessive stuff added to it, I don't really see that big of a problem with it. But yeah, maybe he's just like he's in his own zone. He's liking how he's playing.
Man, I
And
it
like
though, man.
corners and receivers too, they're almost
They're
like on their
different.
own islands
Yeah.
too anyway. Which is
Yeah.
why we see receivers when we're down, 40 points celebrating.
absolutely,
and stuff like
man.
That sometimes.
Hey,
It
y'all,
happens.
and I see y'all in the chat. Perk J, Ecstatic. Who else is in here? Oh man, it was another guy. They were bringing up the Deucey Will Gay celebration in Cincinnati. That's
Oh,
still
my
one of my
God.
all-time favorite moments, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, it was a legit party out there. We were so foolish.
Peasy.
It was so foolish. It was Cincinnati. That's why, bro. It was just the energy. It was one of them weeks, man. Deucey went like, yo, in the party, like my man had like 30 celebrations on the play, bro. 30 of them. It was nuts, bro. Love it, bro. Love it. Still my favorite.
Was that the season? He had a couple pick
Yeah,
sixes.
yeah. That's
He had
where
like
he broke
5
the
picks or
record
something?
that year for pick sixes. Yeah. Yep. He was cooking, bro. I think that either tied the record. That tied the record. Then he broke it the following week in Atlanta. Yeah, because then we
Yeah, 'cause he won
we did in
too.
Atlanta as well. No, we won gritty, and it was the the wobble joint. Then we do yeah. Because it was getting on to it like, you too big to be that close dancing like that behind him, man. Get on some space, bro. Yeah.
Rich Rasmussen.
Oh,
Well,
man,
we
hold
talked
on.
about this a little bit.
We-
That jump. Is it-
Just one, Kevin.
Oh, I got it.
Kevin
I got him.
Martin.
I got him.
Yeah.
I got him. Deke was on the ESPN highlight reel. Priceless.
Yeah, bro. It was good to see you, man.
I appreciate it.
It's good for the brand. It's good.
Priceless.
It's like seeing you out there like that.
That is
man.
priceless, man.
No, seriously,
It's
bro.
A fair
It's
point.
That's a moment you'll never forget, man.
I appreciate
Couldn't
that.
happen to a better guy.
Thanks.
He's a jolly good fellow.
God's plan. Rich Rasmussen. Is Akello eligible for a franchise tag? We talked about that a little bit. We can
like I
think
said, I'll
about
look
it.
into it even more. Just in terms of like if there are any little details because he was traded versus being a guy that was here before the season. I'll look into those things. I don't know off the top of my head like that right now, though.
Cliff the Dark Knight. If Cortez Allen could get paid, Witherspoon should definitely get paid. Yeah, for sure. He brings up a good point.
But I think that's not fair in the same context. Remember with Cortez, before Cortez got paid and got hurt, he was playing at a high level. That's why he got the 5 for 25 that he got. It just so happened that we paid him. I don't know if we knew or if, he was hiding it, but his knees were not varsity once that deal got done. He was, he was dealing with some knee issues. And it was just like, man, the timing, like you ain't filled that 2 days before we signed you. Like you knew it was hurting. You could have said something then. But that is part of why once he got paid, the play did drastically decrease. It's like, man, you timed that up perfect, bro. But that's my dog. I ain't got no ill will towards my dog.
All right, this one's on you. I'm at Stephon Ball now.
Oh, all right. You're only 2 away. So we
Nice.
got CD's 86, and he just simply says 7 with a lot of exclamation points. Paying homage. Thank you, 7. Thank you, 7. Sean Manahan came back, and he was just reiterating about the 17.5. He says he came in with 17.5 sacks. Too much research. I like it.
I'll
hey,
take
man.
it. I don't know where the half a sack came from.
Exactly, man. If that's the case, sure, cool. I ain't gonna stop researching though for that half a sack. Let's go. All right,
I'm
now
not
you on
arguing
Stephon.
it. Stephon Ball. He says, what stiffy was better, Najee or Chubb? Grown man action out there. Thank you,
Both
7.
of them were vicious.
I got Najee. Oh, man.
Bro, they showed the Chubb one. I didn't realize Killebrew did bounce. I was watching. They said, "Yo, this isn't a trampoline. This is a ground in Pittsburgh. He should not bounce off of it like
Yeah,
this."
his
And
was
I was
good,
like,
too.
God, but Najee's was
It's better on the broadcast, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh,
I thought so,
it was
compared to being at the stadium.
Oh, it was mean.
I think it's better in video form.
Oh, I like them both, bro.
Yeah, they're both really
I like
good.
them both.
I'll lean Najee.
He
I'll
gotta
be
lean out. We
biased,
won.
whatever.
He balled
Yeah.
out. Heck yeah. But
Crowd was going crazy for his.
Yeah. Yeah, that was vicious. I'm glad I was not on the receiving end of either one of those. You would not want to be that guy.
No. Julian Stokes. Baltimore. He's tuning in from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
He says, been a Steeler fan since I was 8. And growing up watching him is a blessing and my hero. I'm talking about 7.
Nah, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. I like that.
Yeah, a lot of people in their, mid-20s, late 20s, early
30s,
30s like
yeah.
me, where it's like, yeah, this is like kind of the only quarterback we've had.
Yeah. Now you know what, y'all gonna be like them old folk that always talk about Bradshaw.
Yeah.
That's what.
Back in my day.
I swear I was thinking about that.
I'm already doing it a little bit here and there.
Yo, I was thinking about that last night. I'm like, dang, so I forgot when you were messing with the dude upstairs and he was like, yo, first he was like, yeah, we should have a, it's like, we should like, Duck is better than, he was like,
I was
Duck
asking
is
him,
better than
is Duck better than Baker?
the Baker. He's like, no, first he's like, yeah, Duck.
They were all about it.
He's like, yo, is Leftwich better than Baker? Yeah.
Mason.
It's Mason.
Crickets.
Oh, I ain't saying that, man. It's like,
Haskins. They didn't give Haskins any love.
Yeah, they was not feeling it. Everybody else, they was like, yeah, he's better than him. Not him. Nah, we ain't going there. Then he was like, yo, we should make a big superhero movie. The guy's like, yeah, man, we should. Heck yeah.
He was crunk.
Deke says, who should play the villain? Guy says, Brady. The whole section. Oh man, that's what I had there.
That's what I was like,
bro, what you doing, man? Come on, bro.
I was like, hell no. Come on. Say Terrell Suggs or something. Jeez.
Yes. It's like Brady should play the villain. It's like, yo, come on, right? We want a happy movie. Like, we don't want Infinity War. We want Endgame. Or is it which one? Like, come on, bro. This is sad. Yeah.
Yeah. That one,
man.
That one was a bad villain.
He killed the whole vibe. Nah. Like, bro, what you mean? Like, out of all, that's the name you thought of? Brady? Dang.
Yeah, because what he say? Did he say that he was like, Ben's my hero?
Yeah, he's like, I love Ben, man. Because he kept saying the whole time, Ben's my hero. Love Ben. I'm the biggest fan. Love Ben. And he was like, yo, because we say, yo, Deke, that's your boy. Yo, they should make a movie about Seven, a superhero movie. Yeah. He was the villain. Brady. It's not cool. It's not okay.
Even the one Browns fan was ripping on Baker too.
Yeah.
He's like, get Baker out of here. He's like, we want Mullins.
We want Mullins. Give us Nick Mullins.
Give me Keenum.
So you're wilding.
Johan Hernandez.
Ooh, I see the pronunciation. Let's get it.
It says second row seats at the 50-yard line for Sunday.
Wow.
Gonna jump for joy when TJ breaks the sack record. So he's going to Baltimore.
Dude, that's gonna be dope as heck.
Some good seats.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And hopefully, not only will he be, jumping for joy when he breaks the sack record, but when we get the victory and when Jacksonville wins, because we'll be celebrating going into the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for this Sunday.
Yeah. This Sunday becomes super important, man. I love it.
It does.
That's all you can ask for, right? In a season like how we've had our ups and downs.
To have a chance.
Just give us a chance. Just give us a chance. Ain't nothing worse than that last game of the season, like Cleveland, like Baltimore in a sense. Like
I was even talking about that at the stadium.
It sucks. It's not fun. Whereas like at least with this, bro, we get to at least, even if it's a lot, we get to lie to ourselves. It's still fun though.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make this Sunday more fun.
Absolutely.
And we were in this scenario before with the Bills and the Jets the one time.
Yeah,
Jets with
we
Fitzpatrick.
benefited from it. Absolutely benefited from it, man.
Lozo
that was a
Scotty.
crazy situation too. Lord.
Just giving us some support. Thank you for that.
No, we appreciate you, man.
Julian Stokes, message retracted. Maybe we answered what he was gonna say already.
He spent the block. He at the bottom.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, he's got another one?
Right under Michael.
All right, let me go to Michael Patrick McCracken. Was I the only one rooting for the Browns first down so Watt could get more sacks? I think you were.
No. Selfishly, I said it to you at the end too. When on that last drop, you might not remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was right after Tuska got his sack. When Derek got his sack, I was like, "Yo,
I can't believe this."
Yes,
Tuska,
because remember, I said Derek got one, and then Mondo got one. And I was like, "Yo, TJ need to get back out there, get him another one." That's why I was like, yo, TJ, get another one. And he kept trying to get back out there. He would come out there, but it was just like when he was out there, they was chipping him. And when he went out, they let 48 rush. And everybody, that's why I was like, yo, everybody getting a sack right now. Man, TJ, get you another one, bro.
I do remember Mondo's.
I wanted him to get another one, bro. Because I thought he still was at 3. I never knew he had that 4th one from the slide. So that's why my whole mindset was like, yo, you gotta get another one. So now next week in Baltimore, you only need one of them things and you'll be good. Or 2. At the time, I thought 2. So it would have been good.
Right.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say, with that energy, Steelers will be 11-5.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ben. Loved his play.
Yeah.
Next we have.
This is the one from Julian right here.
Right.
Yep.
I would love to see Kenny Pickett getting drafted to the Steelers and see how he can continue the legacy of Steeler Nation.
I mean, we did get a sign last night.
Was there one?
Yeah, right on the big board. Kenny coming to Heinz Field.
Wait, really?
June 11th. Kenny Chesney.
Oh, it was. I was gonna say, was it one of the fan signs?
Nah.
I do remember.
It was the
right.
Kenny Chesney joint. Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, it was Kenny Chesney.
Those are always bangers.
No, they are, man.
You should go down to one of those tailgates.
I've been to one. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was funny because when it popped up, you were the one who said it to me. He was like, yo, Kenny's coming. Maybe this is the sign. I was like, about what? Kenny Pickett. I was like, dang, I didn't expect to hear that from you in the stadium, but that's how I knew you was like going through it. Like it was one of them days, like it was a great day, but you was over. Yeah, some of the stuff you was saying, I'm like, all right, Deke, all right, I'm with it, bro. And I, like I said, I was perfect with you because I was like, oh yeah, everything is awesome in here. So it was good, man. It was good.
Yeah, it was weird. I guess bittersweet, right? You know, everything Ben did for the Steelers and stuff, 18 years. Mm-hmm. It had to come to an end at some point, and all the signs are pointing to it. I mean, he even said it in the press conference, and everything happened yesterday. That's it, man. That's it.
Because, I mean, it's one of the things we could still have the speculation and play the game of, well, he still hasn't officially said anything, but...
I mean, I'm still hoping for him to come back.
It was one of them things, though. You watched that yesterday, especially, like, being there. I don't think the TV did it justice, like... You feel a little bit of it through the TV, but like being there in the stands, seeing his face. I mean, you saw the emotion that man was carrying from the intros, especially at the end, the final kneel down. I mean, everything that was taking place in that, end part of the game. Like it looked like a guy who was, coming to grips with it and just accepting that this is that moment. And that's why, like I said, for me, was just glad that everybody was able to be there for him, that he was able to get that type of send-off and it was on a win, because that's a moment that he's never going to forget. Walking around that stadium, all the people handshaking him, man, showing him love, the thank you 7 chants, the let's go 7, like all of that. Like, he's never going to forget that. His family's never going to forget that. And that's something that he definitely deserves, regardless of what you say about his play this year, regardless of what you might think about him personally. What he's done to Pittsburgh for the 18 years, that at least is warranted,
100%.
Yeah.
Julian, he just
so we're
said
good
that
right
is
here.
the Pickett one. Well, with that, Pickett, drafting a QB, I don't know, dude. There's a lot going on this offseason. Because if we're drafting Pickett, that means we're not drafting an O-lineman. Now, do we sign O-lineman, though? I don't know.
No. We already got our O-line. That unit yesterday was perfect.
JC.
That unit yesterday, wash, rinse, repeat. Let's go, man. Wash, rinse, repeat. We don't need to touch the whole line. We're gonna bring a quarterback in. We want to do that. We could do that. We want to bring a receiver. We could do that. Back. We got. You can't do all that and then come back. Because now the next time you say it, we're gonna be like, yo, I ain't shaking your hand anymore. I don't care about it. No, thank you, 7. I'm walking out. And funny thing too, that just reminded me. I don't know if you remember this part. So. We told you how Deke was like, he had his fan up at the top and he's like, yo, we should have a superhero movie with Ben. And he's like, yeah, no, that story, right? So everybody's hype. Thank you, 7 chant. And and Deke is like, yo, we want one more year. And it got quiet. And Deke was like, nobody else want one more year? Dude look down. No. Bust out laughing again, bro. It's like that, man.
I think that's on video.
Yeah, I think it is too, bro. He was like, yo, one more year for 7, right? One more year. No. It's like, yo, y'all are funny tonight.
Fake fan.
Yo.
Caleb Cole. Have to go. Well, this is probably good timing. He says, have to go watch AB's video on Ben retiring. Actually showed some love to Ben. I hate to break it to this guy. Oh. I mean, he was just reading off a script.
I know what you're talking about. No, that was from the heart, guys. Whatever could you be meaning? What could you be referring?
You could see his eyes moving, reading like a teleprompter.
What was that on? What platform was he using, man?
Cameo.
Well, if you're looking for a cameo, at the Body 52 is my cameo. I'm up there as well. Just throwing it out there. I won't read it like that, but
they'll get you to say anything, right?
They will, man. They will. Almost anything. You still get right. You can refuse. AB, I didn't think we would want to refuse though.
It was probably a lot of cash for that one.
It probably was a lot of cash. Like certain ones, you're like, all right, I'm gonna say that definitely. Yeah.
I was definitely hoping for him to be there. That would have been sick.
It would have been hilarious.
Like part of me, I thought there was like a 20% chance he'd show up.
I ain't want to be there, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You didn't want him to?
I did not want him to be there, bro. I did not.
Would have been too much about him.
1,000%, bro. And 7 needed his moment. 7.
That's fair. That's
7
a fair
needs
point.
a moment like that. If AB is in Pittsburgh, not even at the stadium, if AB was in Pittsburgh, it takes away from that moment. it overshadows that moment. We're not even talking about it to the same extent because that becomes the distraction. And for me, that's all I kept thinking. I'm like, man, I can't. That'd be such the ultimate sabotage, just hater move by him. If he were to pop up here, knowing everything that's going on, knowing the backstory between them two and how everything fell out, like, nah, man, keep stay in Brooklyn, wherever you at right now. I knew he was at the Knicks game. I knew he was at the Nets game. If you're in Brooklyn, stay in Brooklyn. Don't come up here right now for this game. That's all I kept thinking. So I was actually glad that he was not there.
Let's go, UW says. Deke knows it's a script because he paid for it.
Deke said, hard-earned cash money, man.
I would have clipped it, though, because I was telling you, I would have clipped out the cameo because the cameo gives it away. Whenever I first saw it, I didn't know it was cameo, and I couldn't listen to it because I was out at the tailgates and stuff. Everyone was saying, they're like, yeah, AB, he posted like a good message to Ben, and that's when I was telling you that. I'm like, bro, did you see that AB message? He might be here. And then you were like, bro, you got to watch it.
I'm like, as a guy behind the scenes,
you got to watch it. That's cameo, man.
He was like, no, man, ain't no cameo. What you mean? Just watch it. Just trust me on this one, man. Just trust me.
Do you want to talk, AB?
No, not yet. Because I do want to talk about some of these defensive guys as well. But before we do that,
we got one more super chat. I could rattle off real quick.
Yeah, read it up real quick. Yeah.
Loso Scotty says, let's see Haskins at QB1. He could be the future.
I think this offseason, man, we're going to get a lot of those questions answered. We'll talk about it a lot more, too. Then we don't want to jump the gun just because right now we still haven't had an official decision with Ben just yet, right? We obviously know what the signs are pointing to with his words, with his actions and everything like that. But until it's official, I personally,
we got like, a Super Bowl run here.
Yeah, it's like, why rush it?
You never know.
We don't have to rush it right now. I mean, it could be next week we're having these conversations. It could be a month from now. It could be 3 months from now. It could be 3 years from now, right? According to Deke. You just never know. But at the end of the day, no need to rush. I do think Haskins will be in that conversation, though. I think Mason will be in that conversation as well. I just don't know how involved, and that's the part we'll see based on what happens with Ben, what happens with free agency money, and potentially the draft as well. But like I said, we're not going to jump the gun on that. All right. So before you get to this next super that I saw just pop up, let's pay a bill real quick because otherwise I'm gonna forget, and I don't want to forget today. But today's show is brought to you by Manscaped. The leaders in below the waistline grooming and the innovators, the creators of that Lawnmower 4.0, which is phenomenal. I mean, when you talk about that below the waist care, when you talk about keeping your lawn nice and neat, I always think, just in real life, like when people go to your house and they look at your lawn, you want it to be nice and kept neat when you get company over, right? Because it's not the worst than company comes over, they see your lawn and like, oh, what is this?
Yeah, you don't want any dog crap in the yard either.
Yeah, no dog crap, but definitely no bushes and no weeds, whatever you do, okay? But the Lawnmower 4.0 will make sure that you are covered. They will make sure that the grass is low so all of your tree will show, okay? And you want that, okay? It looks better that way. That's what I've heard at least, okay? So with that being said, you can't just check them out. You got to use the promo code. And ladies and gentlemen, we know what the promo code is. It is Moats. Get you 20% off of your purchase and free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So stop wasting time. Hit them up because your delicate twins and friends will thank you. So now we're back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, we got a couple more super chats. The Matthew 415 says plot twist. Big Ben took Deke's wallet. Jeez, I can't get that out.
Oh, because he's gonna send you the glove. He's gonna say, I know I didn't get a chance to shake your hand.
Why would he take my wallet?
So he knows your address, so he can mail it to you.
I guess my address is on my license.
I think it should be up there.
Is it?
It's a strong possibility.
See, this is why I don't like losing my wallet.
It's a strong possibility. Well, we already know Deke's dad, Deke's stepdad, and Deke's kids are already in the chat. So yeah, they're gonna find you, bro. Mm-hmm.
I thought
the one dude was already at your house. He was at your basement or eating breakfast over there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people doing that.
You always have like little parties and stuff over at your spot, and never when I'm there. I always feel like that I get left out, bro. You always leave me out, man. It's just kind of selfish.
I'm not the host of those parties, though.
See, you say that, but I'll just throw you in there. I feel like you're giving me the Ben treatment, and I'm AB. You don't invite me over. I invite you over all the time. You never invite me over. It's crazy, bro. Hey, the same way AB never been to Ben house, I never been to Deke's house, guys. Okay. So does that mean we're coworkers or friends? Okay. I should pull that up. Coworkers or friends? Because Deke doesn't invite me. Okay. He never invites me.
Little summer banger maybe this year.
I'll even come with the White Claws.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah, man.
Pre-game my house before the Kenny Chesney concert.
Something, man. I'll bring the White Claws. I'll bring brownies for your mom and family. You know, it's I get the cooking every once in a while. You know, yeah, they'll be the best brownies I ever tasted.
Is my whole family gonna be passed out after those brownies?
They're gonna be extremely happy after the brownies. That's all that matters, bro. Yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, I love this Arthur guy. Like, he is phenomenal. All his jokes are just crazy. Like, yeah, man.
Tommy Vincent. Oh, I like this. I like this statement.
We
make the playoffs.
Hey, speaking into existence.
Who do you think we have the best chance against in the wild card round? Let's just make the playoffs. Like, who's going to be the 2 seed? We're going to be the 7 seed. Is that your squad, maybe?
Which one? I got to check. Which one on my... We talking Buffalo today? Is it the Raiders? Not Raiders ain't. Is it Chargers? Which one we looking at, man? I got lights out. Is it Tennessee? Because I got Bud down there. Bud got he got the situation he dealing right now. We're gonna hush on Bud.
What happened?
You ain't see?
No.
Oh man, yeah, the police looking for him, man.
No way.
He had there was an incident that took place in a Walgreens Sunday night. So the police are looking for him in Tennessee. Yeah, damn. when I came home, we watching the highlights that popped up, and I was like, oh. Said, Bud, who you done beat up? Who done ran up on Bud, and Bud done socked somebody in the nose? That's all I kept thinking. Hopefully it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
But it definitely popped up. I was like, whoa. On right at the ticker, it was like breaking. Because it didn't say Tennessee. It was like Nashville County or Nashville something, police department looking for Bud Dupree. I'm like, God dang, Bud, you done beat up at the Walgreens, bro. Like, what was you doing in the Walgreens first? What was you looking for in Walgreens, bro? Keep it real, bro. What you was looking for in that Walgreens? On a Sunday night, I know you just won the division too, because I saw your IG. I saw the post. You and Ola, y'all were in there hatting and shirting it up. I started to hit you up like, yo, grab one for the homie. But it's all good because I support the crew. I support the homie. Mike Hilton, he was up there. Hey, all you guys were saying. I said, I wasn't one of them, Mike. I wasn't one. Send it to me too. Like, I ain't want to do that. All right, it's cool. You know. But yeah, so with that, man, hopefully he gets his situation fixed.
When your teammates win, you win.
Yeah. It's a brotherhood. Once a brother, always a brother. Yeah.
Okay. Where are we at on this?
We should
Tommy Vincent we just did, right?
Yep, so we're Roberto
Robles. We just
you
gotta
like
throw
a little bilingual cat today. Well, I hear you, man. Hey.
He said we just gotta throw Deke in at QB1.
The GOAT.
I told you, I'm more of a QB3 / practice squad.
We got footage of you, man. We seen you slinging it, man. We got you. We seen you slinging it, man.
Black Lavender.
Bro,
says,
hold on.
Hop
They
on
said,
Deke's
wait a
stream.
minute. DeLorean, he said Bud was at Walgreens looking for another buddy. Oh, man.
What?
Because he had to show Bud got a buddy. Bud brought a buddy. So they saying that's why he was in Walgreens looking for another buddy. Dang. It's like that sometimes, man. It's like that. Dang. Hopefully find that buddy, though, man. But let's get back to you said Black Lavender?
He says hop on Deke's stream. I guess he's talking about my Twitch stream.
Let's get it there, man. Yeah,
I'm not live right now. I don't think I am, unless it's one of those people at my house.
Oh, Lord. I'm about to say, man, you multitasking like that? Yo, you elite.
I was going to stream today. I'm just still too hungover, though. I got band practice tonight, too. Yeah. I think I'm taking today off. I'll be back on Wednesday.
I like the fact that we got footage of you finally, man, in the pocket, bro. Getting your drum on, man. It was good to see that, man.
Little Ants marching.
I like that right there, man.
Thanks.
As a musician, we like seeing you put your talents out there, man.
Thank you.
Share it with the world,
that.
man.
I know I gotta
share it with the world.
I know I gotta live up to just being a drummer, right? Because I got one right across from me. I can't be putting out shit. Well, I can't be putting out bad tape.
Who did we talk to? Was it Akella? When he was like, "Yeah, I drum." He was like, "You drum?" Like he was like,
"You never played in a band?"
Never played in a band though. I was like, I don't know about you, man.
When's the last time you played? Oh, it's been a minute. I could just pick it up.
Oh man, I don't know, Keller. I don't know, man. Us drummers, we don't just be. You can't just be saying these things out here like that. All right, we hold you a little bit more accountable.
C Des 86. Maybe this is our transition.
Yes.
To the
now we're You know what? No, because I still ain't talking about. I wanted to talk about.
Oh, defense. Right?
Yes, that's what I kept. I was like, we want to talk about defense real quick.
AB got himself released so he could play with Big Ben one final game. Hashtag AB to the Steelers. I'm all for it.
You've been hollering it. You've been hollering. So I'll be quick right here then. Okay, so we'll get this because I definitely want. Yeah, but
Montravius, right?
Well, not just Montravius. I also want to talk about Marcus Allen. We know at the inside linebacker spot going into this game, they were down, right? No Bush, no Schobert. We said, man, when you talking about a line with Spillane, Marcus Allen, and Ulysses Gilbert, versus the Browns and them potentially running the ball, it could get really, really bad for us. And at times they did have success, but I thought as a whole that both of those guys, even though they had their moments of struggle, I thought that they made timely plays. Like Spillane, for every time that he might have given up something in the pass game, man, I thought that he was playing downhill in the run game. I mean, you start the game off with a big tackle, tackle for loss type energy. As a whole, I thought that his energy, though, downhill, it set the tone. And then I like what I saw from Marcus Allen, especially some of the stuff in the screen game, man, just having good eyes, stuff that he's learned and grown upon. I think it was the Chiefs game? Yeah, I think it was the Chiefs game when I would see some of the stuff where he would get caught being too close up into the line of scrimmage. It was the Chiefs or the Vikings. I can't remember which one exactly. It might have been the Vikings. But with Marcus Allen, we talked about, like, man, just sometimes, like, pre-snap, him getting himself in trouble off of his alignment. And, it comes from just not being out there enough. Whereas I thought yesterday he did do a lot better in some avenues with some of his tracking of the running backs and stuff like that. So with those two guys, definitely, I thought, man, when you're talking about a game like this, stakes still pretty high, and you weren't full, you didn't have the full group. I thought that those guys still stepped up in some big ways.
Bro, well, we talked about Cleveland not running the ball enough, which they didn't.
Yeah.
At the same time, I do think we made some nice stops in the running game.
We
Outside of
did.
Chubb's one really big run,
Yeah.
they didn't have that much going. And I wanted to give some credit to the front seven. And then you want to talk about the middle linebackers, because I think we did a good job of stalling them there.
Yeah.
Because they were doing weird formations, like 5 wide sets with Baker. I'm like, what are you doing? At the same time, though, maybe with how we were playing on defense, if they would have stuck with the run, we might have been able to stop them, because they don't have the weapons at receiver that really scare us like that. So maybe that's why they were acting all weird on offense. It was maybe more of a credit to us.
Peoples-Jones, Jarvis Landry, we said they're good players, but they're not guys that you're game planning behind. They're not guys that you feel like we can't match up with. And I thought you could see the confidence that Akello, Joe, Cam Sutton, whenever they would match up with these guys, it wasn't like versus the Chiefs where they're over here looking for help. It wasn't like the Vikings where you're like, hey, this guy over here, Justin, help us. Is this God's plan? Please send extra help. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't the case. And I thought that because of that definitely helped out. I mean, the guys on defense were able to play a lot more aggressive. You could have that extra defender in the box a little bit more versus having to stay too high almost exclusively because of them having some elite tier receivers. So yeah, man, that definitely helped us out.
Well, Baker had like 10 incompletions in a row or something too.
Yeah, and dude, I mean, we said in the stadium too, like, we know a handful of them were definitely drops, but then some of them, like the placement, he had to be better with the ball placement as well. But just as a whole, I mean, when you have a good but not great quarterback with good, not great receivers, that's how it goes. That's normal. That's why most teams don't, just come out here and excel and blow teams out and can score 50 every game, because not every team has a top 5 quarterback or top 5 receivers. A lot of teams are built like that, where you got to play a different style of game. And for Cleveland, once again, I don't necessarily think that they always want to commit to that style of play. So, yeah.
Like I said, maybe we would have done a good job of stopping them with how they were playing yesterday, our front seven, our linebackers and stuff. Right. Got to credit coaching, though. I mean,
absolutely.
We're quick to criticize
Coach Tomlin and Keith Butler are on my list. I got a list of names that I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely, man. But Coach Tomlin and Keith Butler, we give them crap, right? At times we talk about the clock management. We talk about just the stubbornness at times with game plans, the smoke and mirrors and all this other nonsense that they'll spew at times. We didn't really get that yesterday. I thought yesterday, man, the defense, everybody that was getting opportunities, guys that typically don't have bigger roles, came out there and at some point in time made a splash play. Think about that. Like, realistically, we said Henry Mondeau, Montravius Adams, you said Derek Tuska. Like, those aren't your usual
Marcus Allen,
aren't your usual suspects. Marcus Allen, that man, he had a big TFL on the screenplay at the end of the game. Like, that's significant. Forces a punt. Like, those are the type of things where you're talking about each individual coming up, having a moment. Man, that's what you like to see right there. But that goes back to the coaching. That goes back to the preparation. When you're able to get your second and sometimes third guy on the depth, maybe even fourth guy on the depth chart in some cases, coming out and still having some type of productivity. Even Derek Watt think about Derek, man. Derek had a catch. Had a catch. I'm like, bro. But no, he was killing on special teams. I did like that. He had
fourth down conversion too.
He did. He had the fourth down, but I think he had two special teams tackles as well. Like, just like, dude, this is nuts, man. Everybody's contributing here, man. Everybody is playing some type of role, some type of, assist in this performance. And to me, like I said, that goes back to the coaching. And I know it's touchy, so I'll be careful. I will tread lightly. I want to also shout out Danny Smith and Corliss Waitman, though. What they have been doing since Presley has taken his time away with his father passing, that's not easy to do. In terms of Corliss hopping on a moving train, having to punt in big situations, and still punting at a high level. Even on his, not so good punting, still ended up being a good punt. Something. But you think about the weight that he's carrying, right? He knows who he's punting for. He knows why he's out there punting as well. That's not easy to do mentally. Danny Smith, getting this guy prepared and still being able to motivate him while you're still talking and dealing with Presley in his personal situation as well. Those aren't easy things. And yet, and still, in a game with all the emotion surrounding 7 as well, on top of that, you still get Corliss come out there and playing at a high level and punting and really doing a good job for us in some cases. So those are some other guys that I thought, man, definitely look good out there as well.
Speaking of special teams, you got balls on that list too?
Oh, come on, bro.
Money.
Boz hit what? Multiple 50s, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is Boz. Right down the middle,
weren't
too,
even
bro.
Questions about
it. Like center, like beautiful. Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. When Boz hit that last one, I was envisioning myself when I first started playing. I think it was Madden 2. Was it Madden? I forgot which one. When they first introduced like the practice settings where you could like do the, oh man, I'm gonna work on running. And you run through, and I'm working on punting. I'm working on kicking. And I was just like, man. I mean, when I kind of got good on the game at kicking field goals, it used to look just like that, Boz. A perfect arc right down the center. It was beautiful, bro. And this was reminded me of when I was sitting there watching him, man.
Yeah, Boz is on that level. I think the jinx is gone.
I hope so. I really do. I really do hope so. Yeah. But a couple other people, man, that I wanted to talk about as well. In this transition, this obviously still on defense, but Alex Highsmith, man. I feel like his performance.
Good season.
Yesterday he balled out. It's still going to get overshadowed because of what TJ did, obviously what Akello did in the moment of 7. 7 is forever. Like that's the big takeaway. But I thought that Highsmith, man, like he looked twitchy. And the reason I liked his a little bit more than necessarily TJ, because TJ was going against the backup. You should cook that guy. He did. But Alex was going against their guy. In terms of I'm drawing a blank on.
Is it Wells?
Yeah, Wells. Yeah, so I'm looking at that and I'm just like, you doing that? Or Tristan Wirfs. That is yeah. I'm watching. I'm like, dang, dude, you getting off the ball like that? You winning inside, outside, like the burst, the speed, the pressure. Like to me, that was very impressive. Like until I go back and watch like him playing and play, I don't want to say it's his best game that he's played as a Steeler, but I feel like it's got to be in the conversation, not just statistically, but just impact wise. Like we felt his plays out there. We felt him every time he was on the field, I thought. And that is something that is a big thing. If we're getting that type of play with TJ doing what he's doing on the other side, like, man, that could be really, really special for us.
Yeah,
man.
Really good replacement for Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
I mean, these stats, 15 tackles for loss, 6 sacks. You'd like that number to be a little higher, but it's felt more like an 8 or 9 sack season to me because he's barely missed out on some.
Yeah.
He's caused pressure to the quarterback.
But he did steal one from TJ last night, though.
Did he?
Yeah, TJ got tackled, though. The guy was like tackling TJ, and then Highsmith come around and get the sack. It was like right at the end. TJ looks over there. Highsmith was laughing like,
I've been probably most impressed with his tackles for loss, if anything, in some of these games, though, too. Like, I don't think the stats are going to tell this whole story for a season. I think he's put together a really solid season.
He's been very productive.
Goal next year, just getting the double-digit sack range so you could get some more recognition for that. But no, I think people that have actually watched like every game understand that Highsmith's had a really solid year.
And it's not easy when you think about mentally what he's had to deal with. That Ingram situation, that's not an easy thing to deal with, bro. It's not at all when you have a big personality like that, in the sense of we know how good he has played and the expectations and stuff like that. And people were waiting to see if he was going to beat him out and stuff. But to see him endure that, play at a high level, then when Ingram leaves, still continue to take your play to another level to now prove that, you know what, he was expendable. Coach, you made the right decision. We don't need a hostage. I'm here. Like, I like that right there.
You have more people?
Yeah. Oh, no. We're good right there. Yeah, we're good. I have more supers. Yeah.
No, I was going to say more people to talk about.
Let me see.
I mean, we talked Najee.
Because I was like, I had Najee, I had Deontay. We haven't talked Deontay, but
it wasn't anything crazy. He
like,
did have some drops, unfortunately, again.
But the reason I have him on the list, not necessarily because they're anything crazy, but when you talk about the drops, that is still real. But also what is still real is what? He continues to find the end zone. He continues that even when he's having ups and downs, to show that it's not like how it was beforehand, and how he can still be a guy that you could trust. And that was the thing that I took away from that yesterday, man. Like I said, it wasn't the best performance. I don't think any of the receivers had a great performance. Ray probably had the best performance of the receivers.
Some combat catches.
Yeah, combat catches, man. And winning now, right? We talked about that's why he gets the targets he gets, because he wins in a hurry. And he's showing consistency catching that ball. But I didn't think like Claypool or Deontay had anything special. I mean, I know we can get on the 50-50s with Claypool or he's falling and stuff. I get that. But to me, I just, like I said, well, I guess for Claypool, he didn't have another penalty, though. No penalties, so that's a positive. Small victories.
Right. You got us an additional 15 yards for the loose shoe.
You're right. Small victories. So we appreciate that. And you weren't taunting. So that's a good as well. So, yes. But like I said, with Deontay, just still seeing how when you're having a not good game, right? You're not having this excellent game where everything is falling in your favor. You're still able to produce. You're still able to give us some very much needed points. I mean, when you look at how the thing ended or even the course of the game, like we had to have that.
Yeah.
But to see him still be able to give that, a year ago, he wasn't going to do that. A year ago, we weren't getting that from him. So that was ultimately why I had him on the list as well. And
Pat had some nice catches.
Yeah. He's 3 yards short of what you needed though, huh?
Yeah, I had a nice parlay going. I had Big Ben for over 225. That didn't hit. Pat Fryermuth over 25 yards. He had 22. But I had Deontay touchdown. I had Najee over like 40 or 50 yards. Yeah. I think there was one more. Am I missing one? Or maybe that was it.
It was Pat for 25 yards, Deontay Johnson anytime score, Najee Harris over 50 rushing, Big Ben 225 pass, and then money line. Steelers money line, yeah.
So 3 of the 5 hit. I think I put like 10 or 15 bucks on it. It was to win like 100 something.
Yeah, it would have been a smooth thing, man.
It was close, kind of close. I mean, Ben, what did he end up with? Like 140 something?
No, it was like 123, I think. Yeah, it's kind of close.
You sure not 140?
I was looking at the stat thing when I said it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was. When we read it, I didn't want to read it off.
225. We weren't getting there. It was more game flow, if anything.
There we go. Just throw it on game flow.
Yeah, because we were up.
We don't need
trying
to read
to
off
control the clock. Yeah. They weren't worried about my parlay. And I don't blame them. Let's just win the game.
We wanted to win. We didn't want the 225. I thought he was going for it though. When we saw him, was it 30 pass attempts in the first half? We was like, oh, okay. Dude, setting up for 60. Let's get it.
I'll be real with you though. Mm-hmm. Remember how we were like, Najee's didn't really feel like 188 yards.
Yep.
Ben's pass attempts didn't feel like 30 pass attempts. I was surprised when I saw that. I'm like, what?
It's like, dang, he's 30
first half. It didn't feel that way. I don't know how or why, but no, it didn't feel excessive. I'll put it to you that way when you look up.
Compared to like early in the season
like
where
the
you're
Bengals
watching something. Yes.
Might have been excessive.
Yes.
Some of that was game flow too because we were down.
Yeah. But the last name that I didn't, it was a name. It was more so just O-line. And the reason I said O-line is because I thought as a whole that, they played really well, all things considered. I mean, you throw in the Clem situation as well. Like, that's something that we like to overlook right now, right? We laugh about, he's gone. Like,
addition by
cool.
subtraction.
But at the same time, like, preparing for a game mentally, like, that does have an impact on you. That does play a part in this thing, man. But as a whole, I thought they played really well for 4 quarters. We talked about the effort. We talked about just the mentality and the intensity when we spoke on them earlier with Chris Morgan, or C-Mo. As we talk, I feel like I can't just call him C-Mo just yet because I don't think everybody knows him as C-Mo. That's just how Coach T kept talking about him. So, but
go through these chats.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Loso Scotty, he says, don't bring A-Rod's old ass to Pittsburgh.
Hey,
he wants Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. You did show
me the dude. What was it? AB, right? Didn't he like a picture or something like that with your boy? It was something like that, right? Color Rush too.
That was disappointing. That was real disappointing.
You ain't look disappointed. You look excited.
No. I thought it was more funny, if anything. I'm not excited about that. It's disappointing.
I thought she was like, come on, baby.
No.
Come on. You was like, hey, Ron. Come on.
No.
It's cool, man. I ain't judging you, bro.
No.
I know you had a lot going on yesterday. I'm all for you, man. I'm here. I was trying to keep you with the White Claws. You want another White Claw, Mr. DeClaven? You want another White Claw? Would you like another White Claw? You know, I was gonna have the white glove service for you as well, man. Yeah. Are you sure? You want the raspberry or do you want black cherry? Yeah.
I mean, we'll discuss this stuff in the off season. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we definitely will.
But no, I mean, I did think it was kind of funny. Obviously, it was AB being petty, but it's disappointing at the same time, just because I like the thought of, oh man, could they be on good terms? Kind of still. Could like, AB be in the stadium?
And but, like he knew the night. That was my thing. It's like what tonight is. You know what this one.
He liked that a couple of days ago, though.
But still, bro, you know what tonight is. You know what day. Like, come on, man, get that up off of that thing, man. What you doing, man? I don't want to see none of that, man. I don't want to see none of it, man. You know what it is. Stop it. Stop it.
Black Lavender. Bud either wanted to release a little Bud or had to throw down $50 to erase a little Bud within 72 hours.
Y'all wildin'.
Bud had to body slam someone in the process.
Oh, y'all are wildin'. Black Lavender, you are out of control. I love it, though. There's
his chat troll, though, right there.
Wow.
He said he wasn't going to do anything
couldn't
today.
help himself. I like it. At least you're consistent. Somebody got to get a troll. Somebody got to get a shot. But, bing. It was him. He got hit with a straight today. It was on him. Okay? Dang, he said he had to go ahead and release a little Bud or erase a little Bud within 72 hours. God, dog, man. It's like that, bro.
Chupa like Thingy, 6173 says, all love to 7, but one thing being overlooked is that with that win, Tomlin yet again will not have another losing season.
He was on my list. I had Coach T, and I was over here saying to myself, I couldn't remember why I wrote his name down. And I'm like, why do I have Coach Tomlin? And that was why. No losing season, baby. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's go.
Big Ben, no losing season for his career either.
Keep it going.
I don't know. I don't want to be celebrating that. I guess.
So you want to celebrate having a losing season?
No. Let me put it to you this way. I guess it's one thing 5 or 10 years down the line you look back on and it helps. It's like a nice little accolade. But from what I'm saying is that I wasn't expecting that to be a thing. I thought we were going to have a better season. I thought we were going to be in the playoffs. We weren't going to be like, wasn't going to be like a small victory we'd be looking at and talking about at the end of the season. What you mean?
Ben not having a losing season?
This year. Like, I want to be in the playoff
You're looking
hunt.
more singular. Got you.
I want to be in the playoff hunt. I want to be trying to get championships, not talking like, oh, we just didn't have a losing season.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have a losing season. I'm really glad we didn't have
like
a
I said,
season.
For me, maybe it's something nice to look at 5 or 10 years down the line, but I still wanted Ben to have a better season. I wanted Steelers still be in, well, we are in the playoff hunt, but like to be locked in the playoffs, looking at Super Bowl. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because we talk about the standard in Pittsburgh and all that stuff.
I'm with you. No, the standard, I mean, that was the standard. I just didn't feel like when we was coming into this day, but we've talked about this in terms of like our differences. Yeah. Like you were definitely a lot higher on this particular team than I was, but I mean, it's a part of it. I like it though.
Black and Martyr. Great way to end the game last night. If the Jags somehow win, I'm not even sure I'll be that surprised with how crazy this season has been. # here we go.
No, absolutely. Like anything can happen. I would not be surprised either. The only thing that would surprise me is if Tyler Huntley came in here and got this dub on us next week. That'd be the only thing that would surprise me. Because other than that, like I think anything else can happen. We can't lose to the Ravens, but anything else can happen.
I could see some Carson Wentz picks late in the game.
Anything can happen, bro. Trevor feeling inspired, want to go into the offseason the right way with the dub.
Yeah.
He's not worried about the jet skis right now. He's like, I'm trying to get a dub.
Can we do something like what the Bills did with Dalton? Where can we send Lawrence some money? Or...
They sent that afterwards, though. It was after he already won.
Was it after?
Yeah, after he won, he sent it to his charity.
I was going to say, can't we build some type of motivation up this week?
Yeah. It was definitely after the fact.
And say, look, Trevor, this could all be yours if you just win this game. Like, we could do a little GoFundMe. Could we do something like that?
I don't know. Call him up.
I don't got his number.
Hit him up on social then.
Jason Purdy.
Yeah. That
punter is looking real solid, not going to lie. But Ben made me shed a few thug tears.
Hey, man.
Those were man tears, right?
Thugs cry. It happens, bro. Let it out. Better out than in. I'm all for tears, okay? I look for. I'm honestly, I'm searching in my life for that moment too, where I just had me like a regular cry. Like I want me one of them like, just Denzel one tear like his glory. Like I'm waiting on that moment. I haven't had it yet, but I want it because I want that thug cry too. So I'm with you, baby. I'm low key jealous, Jason. I'm jealous.
Kyle Brashears. Shout out from the 501 Central Arkansas. And shout out to my boy from the 301. I can't say this.
Yes, definitely don't say that, Deke. That would end the show. It would not be cool. That would be a big time party foul, Deke. Dude, yeah. Good call.
David Cook. We both cried more last night than when our dads walked out.
Oh wow. God, dog. That's
deep then.
Yeah. I like it, bro. I like it, man.
I'm seeing a lot of vote Kanye's here. What's this for?
I have no clue. Y'all know I'm a Kanye guy. I have no clue. That comment threw me off when I saw the 301. I'm like, whoa. I saw it before you saw it. I'm like, all right now, Deke. It's about to get real awkward in here, Deke. Whoa, Lord. I know, because you know how sometimes you just be reading. I'm like, oh, Deke, don't do it, Deke.
I was careful.
I can't say that. Oh man,
he even censored it too.
Yeah, he did though. He did. Shout out to Calvin Simpson. We appreciate you, Cal.
Carmichael, the sports guru. The O line looked great. He's saying draft Kenny P and bolster the O line. I just don't think if we draft someone, we're bolstering the O line to the level we'd want. Unless we could sign people. I don't know how that's going to play out in free agency.
Hold on. So you think free agency is the better move for upgrading the O-line versus drafting?
I don't know. It all depends on what we want to do. Because we could draft, and then it's like you can have more something building toward the future. And what do you do with Pickett, Haskins? I wouldn't even, like, if we drafted a guy, I wouldn't mind throwing Haskins in the mix for a competition either.
But if you're drafting on the first round, why are we throwing in competition? Typically first round,
you're not.
That's supposed to be your guy. Yeah, because you're committed. It's a 4-year marriage.
I do think Haskins still has some upside.
Yeah. But that's my thing. If we're gonna go the Haskins upside route, do you waste the first round draft pick on it? Right, I'm going O-line, or I'm looking defense potential, something like that. Like, yeah. But that's what we said. We'll really dive into that this offseason, and we'll know a lot more also once we start to realize who is returning and who's not returning. Because as we said, a guy like Edmonds, for example, right? Edmonds is a good player, not a great player.
Oh, we got to re-sign him.
But with Edmonds, if he were to leave, that position becomes way more of a priority this offseason. Joe Hayden, prior to, Akello's emergence, him potentially leaving, that was going to be a bigger deal. Now it's looking like that might have shifted a little bit. So that's why we're saying it's hard right now to just say for certain, you got to take quarterback in round 1 or you got to go O-line in round 1, because if we get some other pieces that might leave, whether it's retirement, I mean, we don't even know what's the Tua situation like right now. Like, it's a lot of other pressing spots potentially that we could be looking at. But that's the beauty of football. We're going to get to carry this thing, and also we'll keep the show going throughout, we're year round. This is what we do. So, yeah, we'll keep monitoring it as we get more information on it. But today it's hard to say.
Chris Mack.
And for Edmonds, we were talking about Terrell Edmonds, the safety. Because I know somebody, which Edmonds? Got you. We got multiple Edmonds. Yeah.
Chris Mack says, Akello Witherspoon, Island Deke, or is it too soon? Yeah, too soon. We're not doing that. We're not doing the island.
No more island boys.
People are saying Spoon, Little Spoon. I don't really like that. A-Dub's better.
I ain't gonna lie. When I think of Spoon, I think of like me and my wife. Like when I spoon her and I try to talk her into spooning me, and she like, no. You know what I mean? That's what I think of you little spoon. I'm like, can I be, hey, babe, my little spoon tonight? She's like, you better get your blank, blank, blank to the big spoon. I'm like, all right, I'll big spoon it then. Jeez. Yeah.
I think of Detective Spooner, iRobot.
Huh? Ooh,
remember we thought of iRobot or talked about it a little bit.
That was his name. I never call him that in that movie. I always say it's Will Smith.
It's just Will Smith.
It's Will Smith.
Yeah, he's the type of guy. Even like Denzel Washington.
It's always Denzel. I don't care. Unless he's Frank Lucas. That's the only time I'll lie. Because I do call him Lonzo in Training Day.
Okay.
And I did call him Frank Lucas in American Gangster.
Those were both great. I've actually seen both those movies. Those are awesome.
I might go watch them later. See, my problem is during season. I gotta wait till.
Anything Denzel's in. I mean, Flight was really good. I remember seeing that recently.
Flight was a dope.
Underrated.
Movie. I could feel his pain, like not to the same extent obviously he was dealing with, but like, man, you just can't get out your own way type vibe. Like I be feeling that sometimes.
Okay, this is Jason Purdy coming through with another one. Can we talk about special teams real quick? They played great. Best punting I've seen all season.
Yeah, man. Corliss has definitely been playing really well these past 2 weeks. Like I said, it sucks because you can't really like praise him the way we want to and really dive into it because we know the circumstances surrounding it. We know why he's getting these opportunities as well. But for Corliss, the biggest thing is this: you have to control what you can control. There's no different than if we're talking about Henry Mondeau, right? Or you're talking about Isaiah Loudermilk right now, guys who are getting opportunities because to its situation. You can't control why you're getting opportunity. Just make the most of it and hope the chips fall your way when it's decision time later on. So for Corliss, man, I mean, control what you can control. Keep punting like that. The ball placement, the hang time. Like I said, even your bad punt will still turn out to be a decent punt, a good punt. Like you doing that, that will get you a job, whether that's in Pittsburgh or elsewhere. We even saw Jordan Berry, prime example. Right. It does not matter where you're in play. As long as you get in play, man, that's what's about at this level because yeah, you're trying to make a livelihood. These are guys' professions, right? We look at it as fans, but for them, that's their livelihood. So regardless of if you're going to get that opportunity long-term in Pittsburgh, because we know with Presley being a draft pick and stuff like that, worst case, you'll get a job somewhere else at this level. But yeah, he got to keep that up.
Maybe at least competition for next year.
Yeah, he's been looking
for
good
us. And then you're right, depending on how he does in training camp, off-season, if we do cut him, maybe he lands somewhere else. Yeah, for sure. Let's go, UW. I'd almost be willing to go for a free agent in O-line just to add veteran presence to the line.
Well, the Trey Turner.
Yeah, Trey Turner.
We saw how that worked out. Even Joe Haig. Think about him.
He's been solid, actually.
He's a guy that's come in and shown positional versatility. Right tackle, left tackle, guard. Wherever they line him up at, he's come in and he's been able to help us out. LeGlue. How about him? He's another guy, right? In terms of, now, granted, he's not veteran, but he's not a rookie either. So, like, with that, like, I can see that. But yeah, going the Trey Turner route are guys, you know, more of that vein. Former Pro Bowlers or just former guys that have been successful in this league. Yeah, I don't mind taking flyers on them. My biggest thing is if you're taking a flyer, is just certain injuries I don't necessarily want to deal with certain positions. Like we said, O-line, I don't like back injuries, right? I don't really like a lot of knee injuries with those guys either. But that's the thing. Like, and the reason I say is because with back, that limits your mobility. Obviously, knee does too, but with the bigger body guys, which O-linemen are, a knee, that limits them even more. It typically hurts them a little bit more and sometimes has a little bit longer of an impact when they're trying to come back from it as well. Yeah.
Mike Matizic.
Shout out to Mike too, man.
Giving another shout out to the O-line. It says it was much, much better. Defense had Baker going say what? Is that a play on words for something?
I think it had to be, bro. I'm still recovering. Know. I ain't gonna lie. That's what it had to be. It had to be.
Matthew 415 says Terran Armstrong is going to be a free agent. I'm sorry.
Armstead, out of New Orleans. Yeah, he's a beast, man. Well, I haven't been following him as much this year, but he's been a beast, you know, for a long, long time in his career. Like I said, I don't know like what's currently going on, whether he's injured or anything. Like I don't watch a lot of Saints ball. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
especially with all,
not this year.
Not now.
Not this year.
You going through Jameis, Simeon, Book. Was it Ian
Hill,
Book,
obviously.
Taysom Hill. Like I do not watch a lot of them at all. But I will look into when we, when the offseason hits, we start making these free agency lists and offensive linemen and stuff like that. We'll look at those guys, and if he's up there, we will definitely talk about him. But yeah, I've not watched a lot of that Saints tape. Whew.
Oh, we're done on Super Chest. You want to get to that final topic?
I do. Well, technically, it's not the final because, I guess it is the final.
Final topic, then calls, right?
Yes, final for us. There we go. All right. So y'all know the producer of the show, well, one of the producers of the show came up with this clever topic. AB.
Are we sure people even want to talk about
AB
this?
leaving the Bucs game early?
We could skip the topic.
But of course, with Antonio Brown of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers still currently, because he has not officially been released just yet, but obviously with his situation down there, it had people asking questions, making recommendations about his next stop for potentially playing ball. So I guess we will address this, and this will be fun. But a couple of details, right? So
do we have any real information on this?
Yeah, so the real information right now is technically the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not released Antonio Brown. They are still working out details behind it because Antonio is a vested veteran. What that essentially is once you cross over the 4th year threshold at the NFL level, you are allotted one guaranteed year of pay, in the sense of if a team cuts you at whatever time, you can essentially file it's a little paperwork, sign it. Yes, I want it. My vet guaranteed money or whatever, and it would guarantee his contract, right? And essentially he could go anywhere else and then get paid again. Now, granted, it's a little different because the timing with a week left, you don't really necessarily care about the double dip that we always talk about in terms of a guy leaving here, getting paid there and getting paid for both teams or whatever. But with this situation, I don't know all of what's left on his contract, incentives and stuff like that. I know he has some clauses out there. There was like $1 million in incentives and stuff, but that's the big hold up right now. They're trying to figure out how to release, recoup, and not owe him anything. And until they can get all of those little details, because conduct detrimental is the word you probably will hear thrown out a little bit more. If they can't necessarily release him right now, they go conduct detrimental, they can fine him for very, very large amounts of money. So that's something that they'll be worried that will be hitting them as well before they can officially release them. Just the details of that stuff. That's the behind the scenes. But in terms of, would you want him to return to Pittsburgh?
Oh, yeah. I'm good with it.
No, talk about it. Why, though? Look, you can't just say, yes, you would want AB back in Pittsburgh, and you not say why. I need to hear why. Help me understand.
He's a really good player.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of it, I guess.
Which part?
He's got a connection to Pittsburgh, too.
What's his connection?
He used to play here.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could help the team out. Now, this whole situation's unfortunate. I get it. And maybe you could call me an idiot for thinking this or thinking that he'll turn a new leaf here, which he may or may not, but that's kind of what you're going to get with signing AB. I'd be willing to take the risk. That's about it.
Okay. That was it.
That's really it, man.
Man, I thought you had a more compelling, convincing argument than that. Dang,
I just like AB.
That was kind of weak sauce, bro. Man, I'm over here like, really? You
because there's probably a better case for him not coming back.
You give way better cases for Seven being the greatest quarterback of all time than that. That was kind of watered. That was small Deke energy, man. I'm a little disappointed in you, bro.
I would just want AB back. I mean, it would help better if Ben was coming back too.
Keep talking. Keep circling the wheels. Come on, man.
All right, fine.
Come on, man. Yeah. I need more. Make it sound better.
Potentially comes back.
Okay.
All of a sudden, do we get the return of Seven too?
Ooh.
One last ride. Le'Veon Bell's contract with the Bucks.
Oh.
Nah, we're good. We got Najee.
Well, all I know is
we're good.
As soon as L. Bell and AB reunited, that's when AB lost his shirt and ran out the stadium.
Right. Maybe that's
all. And L. Bell had a catch in that game too.
You can't have the three Bs together. Again.
Yeah, he had a 15-yarder in that game too. He looked nice. Yeah, he did some things. But as soon as they got together, it's like a magnet. Like, oh no, bing! Like you can't have them play. They can't be in the same building. You throw that third current in there. Oh no, it's perfect storm. We don't need that. But
let's be real. There probably is a better case for a team not to sign him after this. I mean, we saw.
I mean, why would
the Steelers, the Raiders, the Patriots?
Why would you not sign him? Because I've heard why you would. Why would you not? Sign
just
him?
Locker room drama.
What
bad
you mean?
Vibes.
What type of drama? What you referring to? What do you mean? Like
potentially not a team first attitude, even though it looked like
he looked team first.
He was very team first over the past year, all the way up to this point with the Bucs. I think he even did an interview recently. I saw on social media saying like I'm all about the team. I'm all about winning.
Yeah.
So this, based off of his recent behavior, is strange. But then based off of his full body of work, you're not surprised. It's weird. I mean, if you do sign him, you're getting, I still think, a top 10 receiver in the NFL, which is why I think it's always worth looking into. But don't be surprised if something like this happened. Don't be surprised if the locker room gets messed up a little bit. So there's all that. I mean, because this was Tom Brady. This was the guy you thought.
Technically, it did work, though.
He got the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Right.
That was the one thing I will.
In terms of lasting, though.
Yeah, it didn't last, but it definitely worked. And I will say, on top of it working, for the people that are like, oh man, this has to be so big for Brady. Not really. When you think about who he shared a locker room with, he had Hernandez. Nothing.
He's even had guys like on defense, like Heinz.
But Heinz or for still, none of those guys will ever come close to what his teammate Hernandez was doing.
Right.
He was taking people's lives. What AB did was nothing close to that. So I don't think Tom Brady's looking at this as a failed. I think he's looking at this as, man, we got that Super Bowl off of it. Everything worked out the way it worked. Absolutely.
For that 1 year. Right.
I got what I needed.
Everything else has been house money.
Right. That's kind of how I think of it for him. But
It does hurt them though. It definitely.
Oh, it
hurts
definitely
them.
does.
With them losing Godwin.
Yeah, that's huge. It's huge, man. But the thing for them, they still got the O-line. So Brady's gonna have time. They still have Evans, who is still an elite receiver. I think Fournette and those guys should be
Scotty
coming
Miller
back.
healthy because he likes Miller. I think Tyler Johnson's not a bad receiver.
It was another guy that stepped up for them late in that game. Yeah, because they were down when AB went out.
Well, his game-winning touchdown was to a no-name. I've never even heard of him.
But the dude, that's the guy I was talking about. Like he started picking it up in the end of it once AB had left. Yeah. So for me, man, since you do want AB back or you would be open to it, I do not want him back. I am 100% against it. For me, man, I'm just tired of it. We've talked about this before. I always joke with you about being I always joke with you about you being the girlfriend that's in this toxic relationship, and the dude done everything that he could do wrong to you. He disrespect you publicly. He disrespect you privately. He step out on you publicly. He step out on you privately. He called the police on you. He tell the police throw you in the back of the car. He got you on IG Live. He throwing gummy ding dongs at you. They ain't even Manscaped. Maybe they were Manscaped. I hope you used the promo code Moats so you got the 20% off. But like he does all of this and you still over here like, I think I love him still. I think he'll change. It's different this time.
No, I don't expect him to change.
And I'm saying, and we talked yesterday. I said, man, most guys, you don't even get one of the exits that he had. The Pittsburgh exit, when you start talking about owners, when you talk about general managers, when you talk about head coaches, when you talk about franchise quarterbacks in the manner that he did, typically you don't ever see those guys get another opportunity. He did because of how elitely talented he was, and rightfully so. But you even think about the money. We paid him essentially $20 million to not be on the team that year. Remember, we held that. That's how bad it was, right? But then you go to Oakland and you up it. What did he call? He called me. Are you allowed to recall what he said to Mary? You can say that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he said that to me. Where he was talking about some type of food, not a Ritz cracker.
You can say it.
I don't like to go that route, man. I try to be chill with it, bro. But he was talking about food and not Ritz crackers when he was referring to the GM there, along with being about to attack the dude. Like, yeah, and we saw the video, the video. Oh, I'm free. Like all this, like. Most people don't get back from that. And not to mention, we forgot was this. He wasn't practicing because of a helmet. Remember that.
He liked his helmet.
How many guys? We get on Tuitt, right? People have talked about Tuitt this year.
Well, he burned his feet too.
Bro, people have talked about Tuitt this year, and Tuitt has legitimate issues that he's been dealing with, right? Whether it's the knee, whether it's his brother. With AB, bro, 1 minute it's the helmet, then it's the foot. And you're coming in here on a hot air balloon, bro. Come on. If this is any other person, they don't get that opportunity. But yet, he gets another one. He goes to New England. You know everything is bad for you right now. Just sit here, shut up, do your job.
He was.
Sit here, shut up, do your job.
In press conferences and stuff.
Yeah. That's what, 2 weeks? 1 week, 2 weeks?
It was
and got in trouble again. Yeah. Could not help himself. And then you get another opportunity. Tampa, they bring you in. Brady talks Arian. After Arian says, no, I don't want him. He didn't want him. Brady brings him in. And what does he still do? You get the fake vax cards, right? That gets you a 3-game suspension. That's not anybody. Nobody else made him do that. That's him just being dumb. That's dumb. Because nobody made you have to be vaxxed to play. That was never a rule. So,
it's either that or take care of your chef.
You know what I mean? Like, it was, take care of your chef too, yeah. But once again, that's on him, right? Self-inflicted. And this is after he's been in jail, right? He didn't went to jail behind this stuff. He didn't went and saw a doctor, right? Because remember, that was part of the judge made him go see a therapist. That was a part of his evaluation for it's mental health. Don't give me that. He's already been evaluated. Judge said everything was good. So stop it. So with that being the case, though, how many times are we going to enable him? How many times are we going to say because your play is so elite, we're not going to hold you accountable? How many times does it have to keep getting worse and worse and worse? I think about in 14, the outbursts. I think about in 16. I think about 18. I think about how it continues to get what? Worse. When does it come to a head? That's my thing.
This is probably it.
We say that now, but we could have said that about all those other instances I just named as well.
Next year on a contender.
Exactly. And now you put him back out there, and now what's the next thing that happens? And that's for me why I say, man, I do not want him in Pittsburgh. I don't want him to get another opportunity because I want him to be able to have to face this. And if you face it now, you can say, you know what? I'm off. I'm tripping. if it's psychological, if it's emotional, whatever it is, I got to get my stuff together. But he's never going to have a desire to do that if everybody enables him because of his talent. And we've seen it now too many times. It was cool the first time. It was funny the second time. It was all right. It's the Patriots the third time. Oh, it was Brady this time. It's like, bro, come on, man. Like, how many dudes we got to go down the list with?
You make a more compelling case than me, for sure. And this, like I said, dude,
and because I care about, that's the thing. I genuinely care about him. Like when I see people laugh at him, I see people in his comments when he posts a picture, oh, fire much. I'm like, bro, that's ignorant. Like, don't gas that up. You're setting him up for more failure. Like, I hate that. Honestly, like, it burns me because it's like, yo, this is like my guy. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you got to be held accountable and you got to want that. And right now, you're never going to want that if no one ever makes you have to face it and have to sit there and say, you know what? I was wrong.
Oh, you said this the whole time, too. I mean, going back 2 years, whenever he was having some of these incidents, you said the exact same thing. Like, he has too many people around him enabling him. Now, it does look like, I would guess, that this is probably the end for him. But, as I mentioned, as time passed,
how many times will we
say Devontae Adams goes down next year or something, say contender, big-time receiver goes down, you don't hear anything from AB. I think a team will take a chance on him. And I'm just being straight up, too. If, like, we sign him, I'd be pumped. That's just what it is.
But for me, like I said, I understand that part. I understand the fan part. I understand what he brings to a team from a productivity standpoint. But the one thing that crossed the line to me, what he did Sunday compared to any other times from my personal situations with him or in his other stops, is never been on game day. Everything has always been leading up to game day. Everything has always been behind the scenes, locker room, stuff like that. We've never seen him get in stadium, like actually, because even the Bengals game, right? That had already been festering throughout the week. And he never was dressed for that game. He had the mink on, but he was never dressed for the game. I've never seen him dressed for a game and not give it 100% the whole time he's out there. Hurt, whatever. I've never seen that. That Sunday, like, bro, you're quitting on your guys. Like, that's what that is. Like, as a guy, as a teammate, like, I think of LeGarrette Blount. I'm like, man, we didn't get a chance to even see it because we're so focused in the moment. But afterwards, like, yo, you quit? Man, get out of here then. We don't want to know way then. Like, that's what I think of when I think of AB right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, if you quit on that team, you just want a Super Bowl with those guys.
And they just won without him.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, what you gonna do when you come over here?
I mean, you knew the Bucs were winning as soon as he was leaving. You knew they were gonna win.
There's no choice. Yeah, Brady race. Okay, calculations. Deep. I got us. It's like, yo, this dude is unreal.
I couldn't believe it either.
It's unreal,
it's just
bro.
like,
it's unreal.
This is the Jets.
It's unreal.
They had
unreal,
it down
bro.
there, 4th and 2. They couldn't get it. It's like, oh, he has 90 yards, 50 seconds left.
It's unreal, bro.
It was like clinical. Yeah. But what do you think about some of these reports? I mean, do we know anything? Because you're hearing
it's a ton of speculation.
Ankle injury. He didn't want to go in because of that.
So
he's not getting enough
targets. I would say this. It's a ton of speculation, but at the end of the day, it's excuses for his behavior. And that's my biggest issue because right now, let's be real. First, we heard it was incentives. He was short. He would have ended up with $1 million in incentives. Okay, but my response to that is this. Number one, he still had a whole 2 quarters remaining in that game. And he also had a game next week. But less about that. How close he was to those incentives, I do not care because he missed 3 games because of his actions. The COVID suspension, that wasn't because of anybody but him. So if he were to fall short of those incentives, all he could do is point to himself because he was the one who did that. But once again, no accountability. So we would use that to justify the outburst, right? Okay, if he's injured, I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen an injured guy running the end zone shirtless doing jumping jacks and waving the fans. And not be able to play. That's all I'm saying. If you're injured, and you said it's an ankle, right? It was an ankle. I've never, and I've 9 years playing, been covering it, been watching it for a long time. I've never seen that. And you know me, I was a Cowboy. I love T.O. T.O. is big AB essentially, right? T.O. is AB before AB was AB. I love T.O. T.O. is my guy. I've never seen him do that. That's all I'm saying. So for the whole he was hurt, I'm not buying that either. You have Bruce Arians on record saying that, no, I did not bench AB because that was the other spec. Oh, he benched him. That's what it was. Like, no. Arians said, I did not bench him.
Arians was telling him to get in.
Get in. Yeah, he was saying, get in. And he was like, no. So once again, all of these things that we try to fabricate, that we come up with, that we speculate, is all to do what? to just excuse the issue at hand. And the issue at hand is that he's not making good decisions. These are self-inflicted issues. These are things that until he's held accountable, he's never going to overcome them or improve and have that sustained success that we want him to have. Because that's like, when I talk to him, I speak like this because I care about him. I want him to be successful. But it's like, you keep messing up and you got the people around you that you're listening to that are not going to tell you any different. And it's frustrating.
Dude literally could be maybe the greatest receiver of all time.
Should have been. No question, should have been, bro.
A legit conversation between him and Jerry Rice. I mean, he could have easily bypassed like T.O. and Randy Moss easily on the pace that he was on. Because he's right now, I mean, if he just even want to continue like 3 or 4 more years right now,
he still was there.
He would have had more yards than Moss and T.O. And that's with him missing a prime year.
Exactly, bro.
With the whole Patriots thing. He played 1 game and then missed that whole year and another 8 games on top of that.
Come on, man.
He could have had huge numbers.
Come on. All you had to do is just do what you're supposed to do. Take care of the football stuff and just stay out of trouble. Stay out your own way. But that's the problem. It's like, like I said, if it was other people doing it for him and he was just guilty by association, that's when, like when L. Bell and LeGarrette Blount, for example, right? When that whole situation early on for L. Bell, it was like, man, bro, you guilty by association. You was in the car. Like, we don't know all the details, but we know your track record has been better than Blunt's. You know what I mean? Just at that time, everything was good at the time.
Did he get another one?
Yeah. After the fact, but at the time, we didn't. It was like, yo, you're good. So we gave him the benefit of the doubt. But with AB, it's not like that. With AB, it's like, this is AB doing this to himself constantly.
We all remember Martavis' suspension.
Yeah.
Bell's, they were like, what, 2 games?
Yeah, it was like, I was at the beginning.
3 games.
Heck yeah. I'll never forget that. Wait, L. Bell and
didn't matter though. D'Angelo balled out those first 2 weeks
facts,
of one season.
Facts.
But yeah,
we sitting on that day on plane waiting like, yo, where they at? The seats is empty. Ooh, to our surprise, we saw my man security forgot that phone. We said, oh no. When my man pick out that phone, it's never good. Yeah.
Well, is that all we got for the AB situation? Everything else?
Oh, we did have a super that came in, I think, talking about it. If I can get...
I'll let you know if I can find it. No, I don't got it. No,
Should
I do.
Be
it's cool.
Alan T?
Yeah, I got it. Moats, you knew AB personally. Do you think that AB changed after the multiple Bengals dirty shots, 2 to the head? Or do you think that this was him all along? Also, any truth in the Bucs avoiding paying bonuses?
All right. In terms of the Bucs avoiding paying bonuses, first off, if that is the case, it's not new. Teams have definitely done that historically. It happens a lot. That's nothing new. It still doesn't justify you acting like a not smart person and carrying on like a kid. That does not justify that in any way, shape, or form. We've all, in some way, if you play this game long enough at the NFL level, you will have a scenario where your team is doing some janky contract stuff. For a fact, it happens. With incentives, yes. But even still, he wouldn't be in that situation.
It's like the game even too.
Right.
You got to play the game,
But even still, he wouldn't be in that situation if he takes care of his business and doesn't get suspended for 3 games. He still had another opportunity next week. So it's still a strong case that he was going to hit those incentives anyways. So that I really don't buy. In terms of, do I think the shots from the Bengals game have had an impact on him? Not at all. I 100% disagree with that right now. Now, if more information comes out down the line, great. But this whole narrative of it being CTE, this whole narrative of head trauma and all this, I don't buy it because there aren't facts to back that up. It's speculation. It's a cool movie and a hot word or 3 letters in terms of CTE that people have really tried to over sensationalize in some instances, especially surrounding football players. And anytime a guy acts not normal, we instantly throw CTE up there. And it's like, bro, that's not everything. Some people just are not good people at times. Some people, go through some things, whether it's emotional or physical or whatever, whether it's ego. But it's not just a CTE thing. If that's for every person that played football, if all of us got CTE, well, why ain't I running out here throwing my shirt off then? I done took headshots. I got teammates that been been knocked out numerous times, more concussions than AB's had. They don't act like that. It's no correlation like that. Not yet. Now, more research is happening. And if down the line we find that out, great. But that's not the case right now. We cannot definitively say that. In terms of,
I think
what
that was
last?
it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he
because he was
asked
like,
about the
yeah, I
Bucks.
knew him personally. Yeah, but yeah, because we 4 years, man. Shared the locker room, man. Absolutely.
Now we got Nick Y. Saying just showing some love. Up to 795 in the chat. Let's get them likes up.
Oh yeah, and 519
Agree.
on the likes,
We're
man.
bumping,
The likes is
yeah.
looking good, man. Likes is good. Hey, man.
We're almost at
appreciate
700
y'all.
likes.
Yeah, no, it's-
700 likes would be nice.
Yeah, man. We you know what's gonna happen too, man. People gonna rewatch this, and about 2-3 o'clock, this thing gonna be at 1,000 likes. Cause everybody's
Hopefully,
gonna keep
that'd be
hitting
dope.
it. Yeah, man.
That'd
But no,
definitely
man,
be
we
dope.
appreciate y'all from the heart, man. Definitely from the heart. But yeah, for me, I'm a no-go on AB. I need him to be held accountable, so that way he can get back where he needs to be.
Understood.
Yeah.
Probably
But I
the
know you
smart-
said you like him though.
Probably the smart way.
Man, no. That's the beauty of like life, though. You need the duality. Like,
Could
you don't.
AB turn it around?
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Maybe.
Well, and also say you can't enjoy like the good if you can't acknowledge the not so good. So I like my non-toxic over here. I'm gonna keep my Deontay's, my Claypools, my Washes, my Ray Rays. It's non-toxic. You can stay in your toxic relationships with your ABs, your Martavises, your L Bells. Trying to think who else you would. Who else we got on this list?
Yeah, it's mainly
You know what
those
I mean?
three. I mean,
Yeah.
the Darius Green was kind of dope, but that didn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with off-field
Nah.
stuff.
Yeah, it was.
That was disappointing. We didn't have enough history with him. He was
Yeah.
only in and out for like what 5 or 6 games,
True.
but like he could have been a really
Yeah.
nice piece to the offense. Trying to think anyone else. It's a good
Yeah.
point. I mean,
You
I
like
don't.
all the toxic.
I don't
guys,
have
bro.
that connection with Blunt either. No, I'm not feeling it like
Yeah.
that. I mean, that could have been an awesome duo though. Them two. So
Yeah.
you saw what Blunt did with the Patriots.
No, that's what we thought it was. And what he did with Philly. Remember that? Yeah, he went and touched back-to-back rings like that.
Yeah. Trying to think of anyone else recently.
There was a toxic guy that left. No O linemen, no tight ends, linebackers. Debo.
I'm still good with him. I'm
Okay.
still good with him. I know that's all weird, but like,
Yeah,
he meant a lot to the Steelers.
I would agree. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think. Yeah, I don't. That might be it for the toxic crew. But your toxic are like super toxic though. You like women's shelter like toxic, bro. Like, and I don't even want to make light of it, but it's like yo love. Like, I get it. Like when I see you, sometimes it's like I miss it, and then I'm like, oh, I understand. Like this is real. Like
I'd like Munchak back.
there we go. Munchak is like the wholesome one out the group. Like
Yeah.
you know, I always like, well, yeah, Munchak was a nice one. Yeah, he went to church on Sundays, and he was a good person. Yeah.
Is there any? I'm trying to think. Is there anyone we let go
Yeah.
recently that I like really want back outside of those guys? I mean, it's mainly them. It's
Yeah.
it's the Killer Bees. It's the Killer Bees. That was an era that should have been more. It really
I would
should have
agree,
been.
man.
I think
would
everyone
agree.
can agree with that.
I would agree. I do like to think on those days. It's fun memories, man. Fun memories.
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone else comes to mind down the line, I'll let you know.
Oh man.
Alan T, I guess we could read this off real quick before we get to the calls.
Yeah,
He
sounds
says,
good, man.
Deke, as the #1 Ben fan, it was great seeing you on ESPN right after Najee scored that last touchdown to end the game.
Let's go.
Such an epic game. Was that the one with the sign?
The 7,
Is that what it
yeah.
was? That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I like that.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you guys appreciated it.
Nah, shout out,
Shout
man.
out to the cameraman
Absolutely.
for knowing where to point the camera, though.
All right, and then we also have Giovanni Pascal. Giovanni Pascal just joined. So, Giovanni Pascal, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, now, before we transition to this last section, man, we hop on the phone lines, which, you know, we always do allow for the upper room members to call in, Giovanni. So that way you'll know for not obviously this one today because you missed it, but next week after the game, man, just go right to the community page on the YouTube channel and you'll be able to find, I'll post the phone number in there. You call it up, you know, give your thoughts on the game. We play them off right here on the show, man. So we're about to do that. Also, I want to give a quick update while everybody is still on right now as well. No Banner Tuesday. No Zach Banner Tuesday again this week. I talked to him this morning. He is still on the COVID list, still recovering. So hopefully he will get, you know, off that list soon and we'll be able to hear from him after that. But right now he is still, you know, dealing with that as well. Right.
All right, so I got another super chat.
All right,
While
you
you
read
get
that
it
off.
set
Yeah,
up.
I get this square.
I'll put the get the volume up here too. But let's go. UW says, with Ward getting snubbed, maybe him and Ben can get in the same time.
Talking about Heinz?
Yeah.
He did get snubbed.
I mean, I really do think Heinz is a Hall of Famer. It's not looking good for him right now. When does he get in? I don't know. I've always considered him a Hall of Famer though. It's weird though because I don't think I appreciate him as much in the moment because I would look at other receivers that quarterbacks had, like Peyton Manning. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
man,
T.O. Harrison.
This dude's got Marvin Harrison,
Yeah,
Reggie White. Just
Moss.
imagine if Ben had a receiver like that. But that was more probably for selfish purposes of trying to pad Ben's stats.
Yeah.
But like Heinz is just what he meant to the Steelers, what he even meant to the NFL, the clutch moments, Super Bowl MVP, dude you could count on, the toughness, like all that stuff, and just the raw receiver numbers are there too. Like I just, you say his name, Hall of Famer. That's how I view it. But there's other receivers I'd want in too, like Steve Smith, I think is a Hall of Famer. There's a bunch of guys that are up. So it'll be interesting how it plays out. Like they're probably going to give Andre Johnson the nod over him. There's certain guys that they're probably going to give over him.
I feel like
as
Andre
time
has
goes
to be
on.
first ballot too, because he's character as well, man. Like, he's the total package.
He's good. Yeah, he was awesome. He was in an unfortunate scenario in the Texans. But all right, let me get my headphones on.
I like it. Hey, man, shout out to you not falling again, man.
Yeah, I think it was a one-time thing for me.
It hasn't been a one-time thing, but we're good though.
Me falling?
Yeah. I mean, well, on camera at least. There we go.
Right. Maybe I've done it off the camera.
You know, life happens. Comes at you fast every once in a while.
We're good to go.
All righty. Well, let's get it off our chest then with the members of the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Who's going first?
Hey, everybody. This is Jalga the Brobarian. Only thing I want to say is Najee Harris hitting that hole hard and carrying people. Ray McLeod is determined. Big Ben is trying to be all efficient, doing his thing, got a touchdown. He's been really smooth. And, of course, let's not forget Pat Freiermuth and, of course, Mr. Watt. He has a lot of sacks, along with Highsmith, the Batman and Robin of this season. Man, this is a beautiful thing to watch. They're really doing a good job being dialed in on the running game versus Cleveland. You know, that's credit to the players and the coaches. And making sure that Ben does not go out like some chump going against a team like Cleveland and what they can do. Hey, you guys take care. Go Steelers. Go Upper Room. Go Moats. Go Deke. And the rest of you guys, Steeler Diva, all you guys. Love y'all, man. It's good having a good connection with y'all. Y'all take care. God bless y'all. Bye.
Let's go.
Thanks,
Let's
bro.
go. Hey.
I think you put it well.
Nah, seriously.
Smooth too.
He always smooth on the vocals, man. Always. All right.
Can't have Ben going out like a chump.
Moats, Deke, what up? It's Micah Emmanuel, Portland, Oregon. And today's game, I would say, is just like I thought it would be. Team would show up. Team would show out. It's a home game, last game for 7. Salute to 7. You know, I've been critical of 7, I can admit that. And, you know, I just think it shows that he's at the end. But, you know, I'm glad we got the W. And I'm looking forward to changes, actually. One last thing. We need to re-sign a Kalo Witherspoon. That dude is a guy. He's a guy. So we like guys. Let's keep him. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.
We like guys. Let's keep him. I agree. He is a guy. And he said, changes. I'm excited,
Is he
man.
talking about bringing AB in?
The return.
Is that the change? Need to add someone to the receiving corps?
Bring him back. Bring him back. No.
AB 84.
Moats,
The
Deke,
return.
Juicebox 32. Aurora, Colorado, man.
Bro.
Wait, what's
I'm
happening?
on Mars,
Oh.
as you can tell. This is amazing. I love this ending for Ben here in Heinz. I wish we could score touchdowns, but I'm going to take it as it is. Deke, I saw you at the beginning of the Monday Night Countdown, man. That was pretty dope, dog. That was pretty hype. Man, this is great for Ben. I'm very excited for him. But we still got another week, man. I'm emotionally saying goodbye, but we have another week. So
That's right.
this is a great win. Why can't we play this all the time? I don't know.
It's a good
Love you
question.
guys. Peace.
Yo, my man forgot his name at the beginning. Say, yo, it's Juicebox 32. I'm researching. I'm on Mars. Yo, that was funny. I like it though. I like it.
It's a good point. Why can't we have played like this every time?
Seriously, right?
And granted, I mean, I think Brown's offense is a little more limited than others.
Yeah.
When you talk about like the Vikings, Bengals, or Chiefs, but still, yeah, the effort, the inspiration was definitely there last night compared to the other games.
Now, on a serious note, though, would you have wanted Ben to announce this earlier if you knew the team would respond like how they did yesterday? Or do you like how it played out with the uncertainty surrounding him, but at times us having questionable effort?
As I mentioned, I think yesterday showed he's at the point where he's fine with it, maybe with how the whole ceremonious exit was. But I don't know if he knew that he was done, though.
At that time?
Yeah, throughout the season.
That's fair.
Yeah. I really don't. Because I think he did an interview with his own little like personal podcast. He said like basically open-ended, like, I don't know if this is my last year.
Right.
So I really don't think he knew.
Yeah.
Especially coming into the offseason like he did. You hearing all these reports, man, best offseason ever, healthy as hell. Like, if you put that time in, I don't know if you're just automatically thinking, oh, this is it. Let's see how it plays out. You know, if I'm balling out, I'm way more protected than I was. I'm not banged up, man. Why not run it back? Yeah. I'm still hoping he might think that, but we'll see.
We'll see. Hey, shout out to DeLorean Waters. I just looked in the chat. They said it was 666 in the chat.
Oh, no.
And they said the number showed up again.
We're marked.
Is it a bad thing again? Oh, man. All right. We're
good. We're 673.
Man, now we're at 667 again. Oh, Lord. Can I say, oh, Lord, or is that like taboo when it's 666? Like, I don't know how this thing works.
No, we're good. We're
good. We're good now?
I told you God's plan.
We're
good.
All right.
We're overcoming any of that.
So God's plan is for me to hit this next play button. So let's go.
Let's see what he's got to say.
Deke, Moats, Robert Hostler here. Man, that was something special, man. I can't even really describe what it was like to actually see Ben out there and to win one more game at Heinz Field was just something remarkable. That man has been the only quarterback I knew my entire life. I've been watching football since I was 5. I'll be 25 in September. Like it's just crazy to see how such a big part of your life was just so influential and so amazing to have. A lot of great plays, but by a lot of players. Not really too much that I could go into without running over the limit, but all I got to say is that's the best quarterback in Steelers history. Right? Anyway, love the show, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Take it easy, and remember one thing. Thank you, 7. All right, guys. Peace.
I've never really come around to that phrase.
I noticed you ain't even like it when they put it on the big board. Hashtag thank you. So you said they got a hashtag for this?
I think there's some hang-ups because people have been using that for the last month or so.
We were just ahead of the curve. That's all.
I didn't like that.
They were just thanking them in advance. It's kind of like when you know you got something good on the way. I'm gonna just thank you now. I know it's kind. You know, it's kind of like Deke when you're out there on the road and you meet somebody and you're like, thank you. And they're like, what you thanking me for? You a little later. And then, you know how you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I just never liked it. Never really got around to it.
It's like that, man.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. Well, especially now, like, people are just giving gratitude. But I think the origin of it. Did it start here? I don't know. Like, be honest with you, I swear to God.
I felt like it started here. I'll tell you the first time I heard it was when TG, when he said the thank you 7. I thought he said it like as a joke when you said, should we keep him here longer? And he was like, nah, it's over. Thank you 7. Thank you 7. And I was like, all right, that was kind of funny. We saw people in the chat put it. That's where I thought it came from.
Yeah, because they didn't use it before. Yeah, so it was Garvin then, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at least. But it is pretty
funny.
We'll
take credit for it.
You better be right. We're going to take it. He said it on our show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah, come on now. I like it. Hey, and all grind 43. I do see you in the chat, baby. Showing me some love. Most to go. I appreciate you.
He ain't messing around.
Yeah, you're not messing around. You did it in all caps. You did it in lowercase. You even did the correct punctuation. I appreciate you from the heart. I do. All right. Who is done? Yeah, we got probably what 2 more. Yeah, we get about 2
I'm good with that. It's up to you.
It was, it's Seven's last ride. So
All right, 2 more.
Yo, it's your boy, Shoot the Rock, calling
There he
in from the 847, Cary, Illinois, still back home for the holidays. Sorry if I sound a little quiet. The COVID got your boy. But, man, what a great way for Ben to go out at Heinz Field. Should have known it would be a good start. Deke, face of Big Ben fandom, out there Monday Night Countdown. I saw him after the Najee touchdown. I assume he was down there getting a handshake at the end because I saw Moats, you chilling up there.
I didn't get it.
Guess you didn't need a handshake. That's cool.
guess you ain't need a
Yeah, I mean, who knows? We still got a chance. I saw some stat. Jacksonville hasn't won, or the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville in 7 years. Even last year, in the Jags only won 1 game, so win against the Colts at home. So hopefully Trevor Lawrence can get it done for us. I was really impressed with Najee's performance tonight. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. 188 yards is solid. So the future is bright for this team. Hopefully we can end it with one last playoff run for Ben. And yeah, I'll see y'all boys on the show tomorrow. Peace.
Salute, man. Salute.
That's a good one. Kaza, I'll just read the super chat
Bro,
while you're getting the
everybody
next one.
legit was seeing you, man. Everybody saw you. I wasn't too cool. Everybody keep thinking I was too cool for the handshake. I ain't want to go down and get no handshake. I was the Air 5 guy. I was giving room for those that have not shaken his hand.
I think you wanted the nod, actually. I think you wanted
That's
him
what
to
I was
look
looking
up.
for?
Yeah, because, recognize the teammate, just give the nod. Like,
yeah,
I think that's what you're looking
That's
for.
what I was going for. Yeah, that was definitely it. Yeah.
I'm going to read this off real quick.
Go
while
ahead,
you're getting
go
the
for it.
phone. Moats, we smoking that Cleveland pack?
Hey.
Smoking on that Mayfield, no Curtis. We make it to the playoffs, then Ben is goated.
The boy said that Mayfield, no Curtis.
Kaza.
Ooh, no Pusha, man. I like it. Let's go. That was clean right there. That was clean. All right, here we go.
Yo, this is Bang Mang, 21, from Riverside, California. Just want to say thank you, 7. First of all, man, that was a great game. First half looks like how we should have been playing this whole season. 10-0, I believe, in the first half, and that's good enough. And yeah, solid performance all the way around. Special teams, offense, defense, definitely with those 9 sacks. Come on, you definitely got to bring back a couple players next year. First, Akello, that interception, that was key for sure. He played a really good game. I mean, all those sacks by T.J. Watt, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you, 7. Let's get this W next game. And let's go Steelers.
I love that. T.J. Watt, the sacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all be funny. I like this, bro. That's the beauty of the upper room. That's the beauty of this show. That's the beauty when we hop on these phone lines, man. We just never know what y'all gonna say. We never know. But it's always fun. All right, we'll end it with
What do we got?
I'm nervous.
Patrick McCracken?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I think I'm gonna just click on a random.
Okay.
One that I have not checked before. A little phone roulette for
I think we're good to risk it.
Here we go, bro. Hopefully it's a good one. If it's not a good one, I'm going to be pretty upset with myself. But all right, here we go.
Hey, Moats, Deke. This is Brent Fox from Dallas, Texas, doing a little bit of road work and watching the game, so I'm multitasking. What a way to end this. Defense had me scared for a minute, but I'm glad that we got the W. All right, can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Until next time, peace.
Perfect way to end it then.
We said some good things.
Perfect way to end it.
I think we're good on the super chats. I think we're all caught up.
No, we got couple. Yeah, we had 2 in between. I got you real quick though.
Oh, I missed them.
Yeah. It was all good. It was right
You're
after
right,
Giovanni.
Right. Yep.
You got it. Let's go UW and Black Lavender.
Yeah,
I think those are only 2.
Well, he said the Ward one, right? Let's go UW. Or
Yeah, by Ward getting snubbed. Yeah.
So I already did that. So we got Black Lavender. He said, I don't like guys.
Talking about the
Right. But A-Dub, cool though.
So that's what I was seeing in the chat where I was seeing people like, I don't like guys with paws. I'm like, what y'all talking about? The phone, dude. That's definitely what it was.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Because my man definitely was, he's a guy. We like guys. Or I like guys. I was like, all right, I like guys then. Let's do it, man. We like them.
He was
Nah,
using sports talk.
Yes.
That's sports talk,
It's
right?
okay in sports talk. Hold your horses, all right? Hold your horses. But nah, man, this is a fun, though. This is a fun show today, man. And like I said, man, shout out to everybody that was with us this morning, man. Early show.
Fun show.
But nah, we definitely appreciate y'all. It definitely was fun, man, for a fact.
We're almost on that 30K I'm seeing here.
Oh, yeah. In fact,
28.9.
we're close. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up. So I had a dilemma. And I figure I can enter you into this conversation as well as the people on the chat.
Okay.
So you remember I did the big giveaway at 25K, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, the 25K giveaway, multiple baskets, stuff like that with all these different things. Well, the thing was, it was after we had already crossed 25K. So it was kind of like a thank you.
Right.
I've been wanting to do another giveaway, but I keep saying to myself, do I need to wait till the 30K milestone to do it? Or
Before.
do I do it on the front end as a, hey guys, let's push to get to 30?
Right.
Because, 1,000 way you get there and then we do this
Little
big,
stimulus.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure, which way to work with that.
I don't think you can go wrong either way.
Yeah. Because I like to do stuff for the people.
You can do both.
Y'all
Yeah,
be showing us so much love. I'll be over here every day with wifey like, babe, I want to do something for the people. We got to do something to give back because they show us crazy love every time. Bro, you think about we record in the morning, we record at night, we record in the afternoon. Man, y'all always in here. We always just want to show you some love, man. So
James Conner jersey giveaway.
something, man. Hey, man. Doug Hodges.
I'm just thinking for 30, right?
Oh, well, he's 6 now, though.
Yeah,
He went to
30
the 6 like
still.
LeBron. Or is that a bad 6 now? Ah.
Oh, you want to give away the Cardinals jersey? You think people want that?
I thought y'all wanted the Josh Allen, actually. I can get a sign.
Watch a Bills fan wins the giveaway, and it's like, I don't want that jersey. You send me something else.
I have had that though. I ran into some dudes. I was actually at Top Golf. They cool as heck. But when I came down, we were doing this event with was it Salvation Army or whatever, and we're doing these giveaways, and I got all the Steelers stuff, and this group won, and they're like, yo, we're big fans of you, but we're Bills fans. Like, we love you from when you were in Buffalo. And they were like showing me like old tweets of like the OG Don't Cross the Moats, my wife with the 5-2. I'm like, oh, so I went and got them like Bills jerseys instead. I was like, all right, I'll sign it up for you and send it out. So yes, that does happen. It does happen. and I've even had people get on me because in the room right here, they were like, you got your Steelers stuff displayed, you got JMU stuff displayed, but you never display your Bills stuff. And I'm like, I know how that looks. I know how it looks. Just know. All right, just gotta understand the situation. But I know how it looks. It doesn't, because like, oh, you got JMU in here. Where's your belt? I get it. I'm under a lot of pressure here, guys. Okay, everything I do when it pertains to another team, I feel like is scrutinized a little bit more. I was
gonna say you could do it. There just might be some scrutiny.
I feel like every show that it would be something with me and Bills anywhere up here, because I got a bobblehead with me and Bill stuff. All right, I do, and it was dope. It was my first bobblehead, but I can't put it out here because I feel like when I'm up in the office with the Steelers stuff, it's like, oh, you got the helmet. It's just a little, you get away with the helmet. You can't if it's not a helmet. I feel like I'm stuck.
Listen, if that's where your heart is, don't let us hold you back, man.
So we'll see. It's not where my heart is.
I'm just saying. I don't let us hold you back from showing what you want to show.
Yeah, I show what I want to show, man. Because I only love one team, just one. Ish. One. Ish. Yeah.
Dude, that happened to me too, though. I can't remember. It might have been for my YouTube or something, jersey giveaway. And I specifically didn't have a singular jersey. I said, whatever you win, just let me know what jersey.
Yeah.
And the one dude wanted a Herbert Chargers. So I was like, whatever, that's neutral. I promise you, though, if someone would ask for like a Browns or Ravens, I would have said, no, you didn't win.
Nope, you can't do it.
No, you didn't win. I'll Venmo you maybe $50 or something.
Can't do it. But yeah.
Do we have one? I think we have one more super chat that came in. I might have missed it. Here it is. Yeah, Mike Matezic. Really? He said, Moats, you are a hero for the veterans in New Jersey for your donation to the holiday luncheon.
Man, I got to do more, though, man.
Maybe a Moats superhero movie.
Who's the villain?
I don't know.
I don't have a villain like that, right? I don't have a Brady. I don't have an
Who's
arch
your villain?
nemesis.
Favre, probably.
Oh, that's grimy.
Him or Manziel.
So I'm the bad guy in the video. That's what it sounds like. I feel like I'm the villain.
No.
Or that was my superpower I used on them.
Yeah, I think it was like an honest mistake.
I used my finisher.
And you know how that type of stuff could happen to create villains. Like something weird happens,
Oh,
something wacky happens.
Like Peter Parker. Oh, I was supposed to be home. They were looking for me, and they got Batman. Man, we shouldn't have went out the alley. We should have went out the front door.
But you created a monster from it. Now you got to deal with it. That's all. Now you got to protect the other people.
Some might call me a super gremlin.
What's that from?
You ain't watching AB's post. That's what he's calling himself now, super gremlin. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That was his caption, right?
Super gremlin. Yes. So I've become a super gremlin is what you're telling me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Washington is doing a whole new name.
Yeah,
You see that at
February
the
2nd.
bottom?
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed in that. They should just stick with the Washington football team.
Yeah. I mean, it caught on.
It was kind of its own vibe. Like, no one else has just named the football team. They should have
Definitely
stuck
caught
with
on, man.
it.
Definitely.
What did I say? The Red Wolves or something?
No, they said it won't be the Red Wolves and it won't be the Red Tails or something like that. They were saying it won't be those.
They should have just stuck with football team.
Hey, maybe it is. We'll find out February 2nd.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
This is the
The
big
new
unveil.
logo is we are the Washington football team. They're up here at one of these places too. Actually. You know, I gotta find, man. I gotta take this. I got too many logos on, bro. Yeah, but either way, it's up here somewhere. OG logo probably, but anywho, this was a fun show. This was a good time, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's been with us, man, that participated today, man, that was on with us. Chris Mack, we did not forget you. We saw you hopping right at the end. He says, never forget Moats. Put Brett Favre on a shelf. That is very accurate. That is very accurate. Yeah. So
Maybe Brett Favre wanted to go another year.
maybe he did. And maybe he's going to always not be my friend because of that. But just know the feeling is not mutual, Brett. I happen to... Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't really care for you that much either.
Whoa.
I'm messing.
The old gunslinger.
I'm messing. Anywho, though, shout out to everybody that was with us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy this Victory Tuesday. And more importantly, thank you, 7. But until next time, which is tomorrow, by the way, peace.
Peace.